back here in the flesh this time.
Yes.
After zooming in yesterday with the LeBron news that just broken. No contest wrestling. You and TJ, who's on it later on today?
We just yapping together.
Just yapping together.
How
Very
we
good.
do.
And you brought your Patrick Foxy T-shirt.
Yes, Patrick Foxy, man. I'm very excited about it. I'm leading a cartoon series. Right now we're still trying to get support and people funding. So anything is always, greatly appreciated. YouTube, Patrick Foxy, and PatrickFoxy.com.
Do you know what would be helpful to get the word out is if Patrick Foxy could play power forward for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Whoa.
That'd be helpful.
Whoa.
That kind of feels like that might be, I don't know.
I'm excited about our Blizzard offense.
Blizzard.
Right? It's about to swarm.
What do we call it? The snow time Lakers?
Snow time, baby.
Okay.
Snow time.
Yes, sir.
Here it is.
You
Walker
see it?
Kessler.
My God.
Yeah, apparently the Lakers no longer have control of a first-round draft choice between now and 7 years from now.
33, yeah.
And have committed $435 million to Luka, AR, and Walker Kessler. This is it.
Listen, man, I'm also a Rams fan. You know how I feel about picks.
Okay.
Okay,
whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you like the moves that have been made?
For the situation, yeah.
Okay.
I do. I like that we keep our size. I like the defensive plugs that we have added. And from what I can see, fairly everybody can shoot. And so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I mean, what else am I going to be?
No, I understand what you said. That was yesterday where I'm like, you're okay with this. And you're like, no, it just happened.
Yeah.
Terzo in Iowa. Let's sneak in a call of one of our regulars before we get out the door. Terzo, what's up, bud?
Yo, what's up, Rich? What's up, O'Shea? What's up, guys?
Hey, what up, man?
What's up, Terzo?
Hey, yo, so I was a little taken back by LeBron saying that he wasn't going back to the Lakers. I know I've been on the show saying that I would have liked him to finish his career there. But it is kind of exciting, though, to think that if the Warriors are able to do what they're saying they're going to do and bring in LeBron, bring back Green, and then try and get AD into the fold, street clothes, that all
I don't
season,
think that's
that
going to
just
happen.
seems like that's going to be just so many fun events.
I don't think that's going to happen,
Rich, I
Terzo.
can wish.
No, I know that. No, I just don't think Anthony Davis is. That's not happening. If Butler comes back healthy, And thanks for the call, Terza. As you know, we're out of time, and I just wanted to sneak in because I know you've been on the hold for quite some time.
Appreciate you guys.
Right back at you. Have a great fourth. That Curry, Draymond, LeBron, Porzingis, and Horford, right, and Butler comes back healthy, right? No? Yes? I understand that, how advanced in years they all are.
I was about to say.
I got you.
Yeah.
But sometimes people wise beyond their years, that helps too. And Kerr being the one to figure it all out, that's not a bad run at it. Certainly if you've already got these pieces together.
I mean, the craziest thing about that is everybody's going to be looking at LeBron and the Warriors and like, what does that, that relationship mean? Him teaming up with Al Horford is the real story because he stopped Al Horford time and time again from having any success. So they got to be mortal enemies. I just don't see that working. I think he's going to the Eastern Conference.
You think he's going to go to the Cavs?
Bro, it is hard out here. And if you look like after the trades, every team got two guards that are just going right at you from the jump. And it's a fast-paced Western Conference. Go to the East.
Where the Knicks are. Okay.
Yeah, where the champs are.
Bing bong.
Get you a real challenge.
No contest wrestling. Everybody check that out later on today. For those listening on the radio, I'll be back in this chair in about a week.
You leaving?
Soon. Oh, yeah, I'm tapping out.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
1-1 to Pete. He clobbers this to left field, backing up is Edman. He's at the wall, and that baby is gone! And this game, in an instant, is all tied up. 3-3. Henderson, and then Alonso, and we're starting over.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, pirates supporting pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and RentAFishTank.com.
Hello, friends. There are certain places where magic happens in golf. Augusta, St. Andrews, Pinehurst, and the Birdie Bar. Here, every drive feels 30 yards longer, and every friend suddenly becomes a swing coach after 2 or 3 beers. Step inside for world-class golf simulators, great drinks, and the kind of atmosphere that makes even a triple bogey feel memorable. The Birdie Bar in Greenville, where the only bad lie is the one that says, you don't have time for golf.
Recalculating. You are now in the middle of nowhere. Well, not exactly. Welcome to Martin County, the middle of nowhere, but the center of everything. Just 80 miles from the Outer Banks, 90 from Raleigh, and less than 30 minutes from East Carolina University and the Pamlico River. Kayak the Roanoke River, dance in downtown Williamston, or just watch horses do their thing in farm life. So yeah, you could stay stressed, or you have arrived at peace. Martin County, get lost in the best way.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple! Go!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Kongbe hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the First Flight Credit Union Studios. Welcome to July, believe it or not. Hot one in eastern North Carolina, and a great day to talk some sports and talk to some great guests, and we'll do that for the next 3 hours here on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube. Come hang out with us. What is on your mind? The World Cup rolls on. We have seen Brazil. Who's the team that did it yesterday? Oh, against Ivory Coast. Norway, and now England. Get down 1 goal and then rally to come back and win. It happened again earlier today with England coming back and defeating Congo 2-1. 2 goals by Harry Kane. And England wins it. We'll have World Cup updates throughout the show. Another match starting at 4. And we'll let you know what else is going on. A lot of day baseball in the world of sports, including the O's winning currently. Mackenzie Gore on the mound. We'll update that for you on today's show as well. Plus a lot of discussion. Got 3 former Pirates joining us on the show. Paul Troth was part of the coaching staff in 06-07. The final 2 years of Chris Johnson here at East Carolina, and we'll get some CJ2K stories. And another great guy to talk to is a guy who was in his backfield, was in his meeting room. Brandon Simmons, the big fella, will join us on the show. Brandon's always a great interview. We'll talk about him getting ready to coach another high school football season and get some good stories as everybody still scratching their heads and obviously praying and thinking about Chris Johnson and his family. So we'll talk to Paul Troth, Brandon Simmons about that. We'll talk to a more recent former Pirate, Darius Bell, who was drafted in the CFL draft and kind of been trying to put this together. We originally talked to him. He was going through workouts and the season starting and everything, and he said he's finally caught his breath, and we'll try to catch up with him coming up live in hour number 3. Also, our regulars, Ken Watlington from WNCT Channel 9 and Donnell Coley. Okay. Will join us coming up at 4 o'clock. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got J-Bone, Jared Watkins here as well. Watch out for Jared today. He's in a good mood, but that also means he's trolling, he's roasting, you got to watch what you say because he's throwing barbs and jabs. But a rare Jared Watkins in a good mood, I'll take it. Even if it comes at the expense of a few jokes coming my way. But yeah, I like it. Chat gang in the house as well. Jamie says, hey now. Missed the England comeback because of a work call. Crazy late goal. Harry Kane. England always has some great names, and I say that and I can only come up with 2. But Harry Kane and Wayne Rooney. Just some classic soccer names. Do you have the fever? I'm a little worried about USA. Then again, I've been negative USA guy throughout this whole thing. I was worried about their first match. They dominated. I said, okay, Australia's not that good, but we're not either. USA takes it to them. Third match didn't really matter. Turkey was looked at, I think, as one of the best teams in the group going in, so they wanted to salvage something, and it was an entertaining game. A lot of goals, 3-2. But I'm a little concerned going into tonight. Can USA continue their fun, entertaining play and move on to the round of 16? Some really good countries have not done that, namely Germany and the Netherlands. But looking forward to that coming up 8 o'clock. If you want to come hang out and watch it and have some fun along the way and enjoy some cold beverages and some great food, we'll be at Overtime Tavern playing sports trivia. So come on out tonight and watch Team USA.
I believe, when did Germany lose? Yesterday?
Couple days ago.
I think this is the first time since 1942 or 44 where Germany and Japan lose in the same year.
Ah, see? Okay.
Yeah. Not that funny, but
got
there.
Shirley didn't think it was that funny or either wasn't paying attention, but can I get a rim shot anyway? I mean, it's, July 4th, and I feel like, there we go.
Yeah. I mean, Japan just went out there and bombed, dude.
All right.
Didn't show up.
Okay. It's not.
Dude. I watched Oppenheimer last night. I'm in the bombing Japan mood.
Okay, well, let's calm those thoughts.
In the past, not now.
Well, how is that supposed to be? You said I'm in the bombing Japan mood.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to take that?
A little patriotic, man.
How is somebody with like national security or, that's listening to this show supposed to take that?
I can't afford a flight.
I thought you were going to say a bomb. You're just talking about the flight. You can't afford the internet to get online to get a ticket.
You're digging too deep into it, man.
I guess so. I had a teacher named Miss Oppenheimer at A.G. Cox.
Nice.
And I had no idea about the man. What's his name? Robert?
Yeah. J. Robert Oppenheimer.
I haven't seen that film.
Oof.
I'm not a biopic guy.
It's great.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what's great. Sheep Detectives.
Yes.
That's a great movie. I love that movie. I want more of that kind of movie. Any kind of like Psych is one of my all-time favorite shows because it's a murder mystery of the week type show.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of comedy, a lot of references. They're around my same age, like when they were on the show, maybe a little older. There's a little more 80s, but some 90s references. So anything with a murder mystery that can add a little comedy and heart, I'm there. Mike P. Oh, I love doing this. I love doing in fact, I'm going to do it right now. Folks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 Thursdays left without football.
Oh, wow.
Just 5 Thursdays left. Mike P. said college football next month.
Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, that's the 5 Thursdays.
Yeah.
But college football next month. Excitement time. Kaz says good
Excitement time.
Kaz says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Hunter says good evening, cowards.
Good evening, cowards.
Jamie says Harry Kane makes me think of Harry Styles, Prince Harry. Well, calm down, Jamie. Hey, relax, man.
Just naming Harry's.
Makes
me think of when Harry met Sally.
Hey, there we go. I'll have what she's having. Am I right? I don't think I've ever seen that, but I do know the pop culture reference.
Good flick.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, Billy Crystal.
And Meg.
Ryan.
It's not Ryan, it's Ryan. Jim Rome soundbite for you. All right, what's going on today in the news? J-Bone, you were not here yesterday. It was a good day to have Glenn Griffin here because we had a lot of... Somehow we had a NBA segment with Mike Mullis. Glenn was like grilling Mike Mullis on the Hornets moves, and Mully was like, "Look, man, I don't know," but we did talk some NBA. Huge news today. My guy Colin Sexton is a Laker.
Yeah, Lakers making a lot of moves today. They freed up some money.
But what do you think, J-Bone? So since we last talked to you, LeBron asked his agent to see what teams are interested. Like he
pretty much free agency,
yeah.
I guess.
And as I saw on Twitter, somebody said LeBron asked his agent to be an agent, basically. But like, how many realistic teams do you think he would go to at this point?
You got the Heat, the Cavs, the Warriors, the ones that are in the news a lot. I think the Nuggets, the Spurs.
We're talking about contenders.
And the Timberwolves. I think 6 realistic.
Yeah.
That it's like I can see him going there. 3 where it's like he's most likely going to go to those places. But I think the Spurs and the Nuggets really tickle my fancy.
The only way I'll pull for him is if he's Cavs or Old Man Warriors.
Yeah. I just don't see like,
or if he goes to an awful team and is the man again. I loved him leading the Lakers because I just thought it was hilarious that he is this old man and is like, guys, why do I have to go out here and do all this stuff? Can I get some help?
Yeah, and I mean they gave him help a lot of the time, but when he first got it, Anthony Davis.
No, I'm talking about at the very end of this past season.
At the very end of this,
like when Luka's out, when Reeves is like hurt.
Yeah, when the other two main options are out, there's not a lot of people because they're handcuffed by the salaries they had to pay.
I'm not blaming the Lakers. I'm saying I enjoyed that he had to be the man.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't work.
Of course not. It's not going to work. But where are you right now? Are you still a Spurs guy? Are you a Blazers guy? Like outside of the Hornets, obviously.
Outside of the Hornets, I mean, ton of respect.
You seem to take a turn on the Spurs a little bit.
No.
You're
ton
still
of respect.
Okay.
I mean, I got swept up in the Knicks story, and I bet them to win the finals.
Well, and Wemby became a villain.
I like that. I like that. Dylan Harper, probably my favorite non-Hornet right now.
He's a bad
Him
man.
And Denny Avdia for the Blazers, but with Tom Dundon at the top, it's tough, man. I mean, he's trying to move the Trailblazers out of Portland, one of the most historic franchises.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a bum.
No, not to us. Not to North Carolinians, which you are at heart. Don't forget that.
You trying to question my North Carolinaism?
When you call the owner of the Hurricanes that just brought us a championship a bum.
James Dolan is a bum, but people still love the Knicks in New York.
You got me there, J-Bone. You got me there. CL says Colin Sexton is my second favorite temporary Hornet behind Ish Smith. Wow. If we want to go temporary Hornets, I mean, does Steven Jackson count? I'm going, that's Bobcats. Never mind. But Kelly Oubre is my guy.
Who signed with the Pacers just before we came on the air.
I loved Kelly Oubre. Jamie says Lakers GM has been awful. That ownership is horrible. Jenny Buss hanging with Jay Moore too much. Jay Moore is a punk. I have a thing with Jay Moore. Jay Moore is hilarious, but he's the biggest like self-sabotager out there.
Yeah.
Like and I think he might have some issues, and he's talked about it and went to rehab and stuff. But like when he would fill in for Jim Rome, it was some of the funniest radio I ever heard. And he's done some other stuff that is really funny. He's great in like interviews and stuff. But
I mean, Jeannie Buss sold the team.
He always self-sabotages, unfortunately. Jeannie Buss, not a owner.
Yeah, I think coming into this year, I mean, she sold it for $10 billion, and they'll have new owners coming in. Rob Pelinka has sucked his entire time as the Lakers GM, so
she's had quite the
track record.
Yeah. So Phil Jackson to Jay Moore.
I mean,
is there anybody else on the hit list?
Probably.
She had a husband back in the 90s, but any other celebs, any players or anything? I mean, she had to. No, I don't want to put that out there in the world. But she married volleyball player Steve Timmons in 1990, but they got divorced. Phil Jackson. Jeannie Buss was nude in Playboy in 1995. Did not know that. Phil Jackson, they started dating in 1999. They became engaged in 2013. In 2016, they announced the termination of their engagement in a joint statement on Twitter.
Wait, you said 99 they got together?
Yeah.
And got engaged 14 years later?
Well, you got to make sure she's the one.
Sure.
And then Jay Moore, when was that? 2021.
Wow.
They began, and they got married in 2023.
They still together?
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe so.
Good for Jay Moore. Gary Unmarried was underrated. I really liked that show as a kid.
Wasn't he a sports talk
I believe
guy?
So.
I think he was. Yeah. So I like Jay Moore. Hunter says Troy Daniels, a favorite Hornet of mine. Do you have a who's your favorite like rando Hornet?
I mean Dennis Smith Jr.
Marco Bellinelli.
Yeah, that was fun. Devontae Graham.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lamb.
Graham actually had some good games, right?
Yeah, I wanted us to extend him, and then he
Jeremy Lamb, no.
just because of that half quarter against the Raptors.
Tony Parker. Oh, will not make my list, but Lynn Sanity, dude.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, he was good.
Nick Richards.
Okay.
Recently, just because Mark Williams was so bad and always hurt, he would come in and just do like the bare minimum that was asked of him. And it's like, this guy, I really like this guy.
Back in the day, Bobcats, Tyson Chandler.
Yeah. Always going to be a big Augustine. Was it Augustine a Bobcat, right?
You know what? I have not done a DJ Augustine. I did not like him.
Really?
No, I did not like him at all. Because I wanted Raymond Felton to be good, and they drafted Augustine, and I just didn't think Augustine was that good either. I had to do a turnaround on Con Knipple. I mean, the only reason I didn't like him is because he was a white guy from Duke.
Yeah.
So that's being racist and teamist
I don't
on my
think
part.
anybody.
But I'm still talking. But before that, J-Bone, the biggest turnaround I ever had to do, I cannot believe I liked this guy. Josh McRoberts.
Oh, yeah.
I hated that guy. I thought he was nothing, and he ended up being an important player for a Bobcats team that got to the playoffs.
I mean, that was our big three. Kimba, Josh McRoberts, and Big Al.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? They were the key contributors the year we were the 8th seed against the Heatles.
Let me look at the leading scorers on that team. What was that, 2014, 15?
13, 14.
Let's see. Finished 43 and 39. Steve Clifford. Points per game. Big Al, 21.8. Kimball Walker, 17.7. A guy I never really liked. I guess he played hard. He tried. Gerald Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
14 points per game. Gary Neal, 11. Ramon Sessions, 10. And Josh McBob, 8.5, 4 assists a game, 5 rebounds a game.
What's the shooting percentage? True shooting percentage.
Stat sheet stuffer. Field goal percentage. McBob. I'm going to round up to 44%, which would be, looks like about second best on the team.
Yeah, big three.
But yeah, man, he was actually a great, I'm not going to say great. He was a good pro. Good pro. Jamie says Montrez. Thought Montrez was going to be great. Montrez was never going to be great. He was just he's a dirty worker.
Yeah.
Said, do we have what Ernie Johnson said on when Ernie Johnson repeated what Montrezl Harrell said on the court? You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't believe so.
Let me see if I can pull that up. Ernie Johnson. It's worth the wait if I can find it. I think we can play it on the air.
It's Ernie Johnson, of course we can.
Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell, and I saw that yesterday. How did it develop? And I guess, can we say it is after midnight, the kiddies are all in bed, so bitch-ass white boy is what
I don't think we can play that.
Well, now you tell me.
I didn't know Ernie Johnson was going to go with the
BAWB,
the Bob.
Montrezl Harrell. Oh, there, CL. Montrezl Harrell was the and one God, one of his faves. Ramon Sessions says Hunter. All right, there's your first seg.
Good seg.
Good July seg.
It's July, man.
Coming up on the program, we got Ken Watlington, we got Donnell Coley. Great interview with Paul Troth. Talked to him earlier today. Some good memories, some good CJ2K stories. Also, Brandon Simmons and Darius Bell. We got a busy Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, and we will have more for you and K-Dub in studio after this timeout.
The crack of the bat,
The crowd roars. Baseball is back in Kinston's historic Granger Stadium. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
The Bird Dogs are home this Independence Day weekend against the New Jersey Jackals. Don't miss the massive fireworks Saturday night after the game. Come celebrate America this weekend in Kinston.
Got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Warm up with savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
Is your car making strange noises, or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you're cruising around town or headed out for a weekend adventure, make sure you're riding in something you can count on from Capital Subaru of Greenville. From brand new Subarus with legendary all-wheel drive to quality pre-owned vehicles, Capital Subaru has your back. Stop by today or visit capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru, love what you drive. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All righty, back with you here on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. More World Cup action coming your way. At 4 o'clock, Belgium and Senegal, two teams on my stable. And I had England advance to the round of 16. My Ivory Coast boys fell just short yesterday. So two of my teams facing off at 4. So I will have two teams in the round of 16. England had to come back to beat Congo earlier today, 2-1. And coming up tonight, USA in action at 8 o'clock. Ken Watlington, WNCT Channel 9, joining us. And Ken, we have reached the... Like Chandler yesterday said, the group stuff was a little tough for him to understand.
Yeah,
everybody loves the bracket. That's the most beautiful thing in sports. So, I mean, does that get you more into it a little bit?
The penalty kicks or whatever that Germany.
No more ties.
Oh my gosh, how fun was that? That was enthralling. And if America wins tonight, we play England on July 4th. That's not true at all, but that would be great, right? That would be pure cinema, right?
Yeah, news guy. Fake news.
It's actually
just more liberal propaganda.
Yep.
It's just propaganda in general. It'll be England and Mexico on Sunday, and the U.S. I'm not sure who they would play if they went to
Cinco de Julio.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So the Germany PKs, that was entertaining. And the Netherlands PKs, that was the one where they kept doinking it off the post, I believe.
Doink, doink.
So we've had some great penalty shots already in this round of 16. So, yeah, no more ties. There will be a winner in these matches. And USA coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. Ken had some non-sports news stories I want to ask you about.
Okay.
What about the inmate takeover? What was the deal with that? Shirley mentioned that story. What was the finality of that?
It's still under investigation up there in Bertie County. They're trying to really figure out what happened. This is the Bertie Martin Regional Jail. So all of the people, this is not prison. This is people awaiting trial or, incarcerated under bond in Martin and Bertie County, this brand new facility. It's maybe a decade or so old, but there's 88 inmates, 3 workers on staff, and the inmates just kind of commandeered the whole place about 5:30 in the morning. And eventually cooler heads prevailed, I guess. Right now, the jail is empty. All the men have been moved somewhere else. All the women moved to Raleigh while they try to figure out what the heck happened.
Did they catch them during a shift change or something, or is it normally just 3 people?
We have not gotten that type of information. I think they're trying to keep it under wraps to not say, hey, here's how we got caught. And then somebody in a neighboring jail watches and is like, well, that's a good idea.
I obviously don't want anyone to get hurt or anything, but I am fascinated by that and how... Was this something that had been in the works for a while? Did it happen all of a sudden? I'm intrigued by the planning and the execution of the overtaking.
I'm pretty sure once we learn more about this, somebody in Hollywood's going to go, you know what? This is going to be a good movie.
Yeah, and they'll exaggerate on it. And it'll
just a little bit.
And it'll be like Nick Cage, some guy that was self-defense, and he's got to go home.
Yeah. And it won't be in Windsor, North Carolina, probably.
You got to put the bunny in the box and all that stuff.
What a crazy premise.
What's in the box? Different movie.
The guy's a decorated veteran.
What if he gave his daughter a box with a head in it of
What's in the box?
Gwyneth Paltrow?
What's in the
Dude, I loved Con Air when I was a kid.
It's amazing. But it's like he's a danger to society, but really he just roundhouse some dude's head off that was trying to grab his wife and then kill him. And yeah. Respect the vets, man.
That was the whole point of the movie I got.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Buscemi,
playing
the creepiest guy of all time.
Danny Trejo,
just a great cast.
They'd call me Johnny 55.
Ken, any thoughts?
Yes.
You have seen Con Air?
I have. Been a long time, but maybe I need to go back and rewatch it. It's the summer, so I got nothing else to do. It's not like I'm gonna watch the Atlanta Braves tonight.
Yeah, that's. Did the Phillies win last night?
Of course they did.
Oh my God, 2.5.
Yep. I joked that the Braves would be out of first place by July 4th. It is mathematically possible. So
this guy,
way to go, kid! Yeah. Way to speak that into existence.
I mean, for generations, we're going to talk about this 2026 Atlanta Braves collapse.
There's no way they're as bad as the Yankees, though, right?
They're pretty bad.
I've only watched one inning of baseball for the Yankees, and it was last night, and they let up 4.
The good news is, Ken, because we've had a collapse before.
But it was later in the season, so at least this one's happening early.
And it was overshadowed by a collapse happening at the same time. I can't remember what team it was.
The Red Sox. Yeah.
But that's what I was going to say. This one's happening so early in the season that, people won't talk about it come September.
So here's the Braves the last 3 weeks. A couple weeks ago, best record in baseball, they were 45-21. 24 games over 500. As we interplay tonight, they are 49-34. All right. So do the math on that. It ain't good.
They've lost like 14 games to the Giants, 12 to the Padres.
Yes.
And
now 1 to the Cardinals.
Burley and the Cardinals got them last night. Hey, look, we've got movie reviews for you, Ken. I watched 2 over the weekend. One that I would definitely recommend. One, it's a decent time, but Sheep Detectives.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
I have not.
What are you living under a rock?
I work a lot, man.
Okay.
Allegedly.
You work on TV, like the trailers were showing.
We don't see the commercials.
So Hugh Jackman is a shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'll just take it from there. You can take it from there. It's a good movie. It's a little murder mystery. It's heartwarming. Got some comedy.
Talking animals.
And I think it's great for all ages.
Mm-hmm.
One of those true good for all ages movies.
Any cloned sheep like Dolly? Remember Dolly back in the day?
And that's why it's so good.
Dolly the cloned sheep in Scotland.
That, yeah.
You're too young.
Dolly Llama.
That's why it's good though, right, J-Bone? No AI, no cloning, no technology.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff. I also watched the Superman movie from 2025. Have you seen that?
I have not.
I just watched that because I watched Sheep Detectives and it was like the next one that popped up. And I thought it was like fun. I'm not going to recommend it, but it wasn't a bad movie.
I started watching a movie on Netflix last night called Little Brother. This is John Cena and Eric Andre.
Yeah.
It wasn't until about 30 minutes in I realized it was a movie and not a series. I thought it was going to be a series. So I was like, all right, I'll stop it here and watch.
I kind of had that on in the background, and I feel like I've seen that movie 100 times.
I'll check it out. It's John Cena.
I finished.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I understood what was happening. I don't get it.
Okay. I mean, like you said, it's confusing. It has its flaws. I liked it because it's anti-AI, but
yeah.
And Sam Rockwell was good.
I would not recommend that movie. Not a lot of bones for me.
Really?
Yeah. Anything else Ken should see?
The Good Son. Have you seen The Good Son?
Macaulay Culkin from 1995 or whatever?
No.
You got to know what this is, Ken. Hopefully it just left your brain.
Coming right off of Home Alone 2.
And he's like
my girl,
a bad kid, and
I do
America
not remember
freaked
this
out
whatsoever.
Your parents would not let you see this because
I was a senior in high school, so I hope they would let me see it.
Kenneth,
you get back here now.
I hear Macaulay Culkin. That better be Home Alone 2 in there. I was a senior in high school. Mom, I want to watch The Good Son. I'm the good son.
Listen, back in the 1900s.
Have you seen Oppenheimer? I mean, it came out 3 years ago.
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to take it that Ken is not a movie guy.
Wow. The last movie I saw in the theater, The Last Jedi.
God, what a bad one to end on.
Well, and then COVID happened. I'm like, I'm never going back.
Yeah, well, theaters are back, son.
Okay, they're back. Good to know.
The last movie I saw in the theater, the newest Jurassic Park.
Wow.
And I barfed.
Yeah.
The last movie I saw in the theater, the first Jurassic Park.
That was my favorite movie theater experience.
But ever since we talked about Superman, I was thinking about it. The day after I saw it, I came in here and I was talking to UNCW, and I was like, they gave it a standing ovation. Like, the theater was packed and people stood up and clapped at the end. I'm like, it wasn't that good.
Maybe they were clapping because it was over.
No, they were like,
thank God, let's go home.
I'm just sitting in the back. I'm like, people are really doing this, huh?
I don't know the whole lore and everything. I do have a critique or a complaint. Too much dog.
Yeah.
Way too much dog.
It should have had more dog, just a different kind of dog. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
All right, now we're going to take our favorite movies and talk about what it would be like if we added Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Son. Jaws.
Ken, what would you say are your top 3 to 4 favorite films of all time?
Well, as we just established, I haven't watched a movie in 10 years. So let's...
I mean, is Jurassic Park up there? It is for me.
It's good, but I kind of don't remember it. But it's not one I've like rewatched a lot.
I'm starting to worry that Ken goes home and just stares at the wall.
I do, man. I'm worn out. Life's hard.
He's like Matthew McConaughey in True Detective. He's just got that little eye mirror. And he just stares into
I do. Last couple of weeks, I've been going home watching horror movies, the Atlanta Braves.
This guy over here. You see that episode where they blew the save?
It's scary, man.
All right.
Oh, another one-hit shutout.
All right. Ken's not going to tell us his favorite movie.
Forrest Gump.
There we go. All right. We got one out of him.
Clip. Top three. We'll do top three.
Jurassic Park, Major League, and then it could rotate between like your typical Goodfellas and
Bull Durham.
I don't think I've ever seen it all the way through.
What?
I know that one. That one's bad that I haven't. But yeah, I'll for now go Goodfellas, but definitely Jurassic Park and Major League all time.
I got Jaws, First Blood, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm gonna go Anchorman 2.
Oh, great one.
It's underrated.
It's a solid follow-up.
Yeah, it is. It is. The fight scene with all the people, I mean, incredible.
Ron Burgundy in Anchorman 2.
Yeah. The stuff with the psychologist, like me and my buddy quote that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, are you reading my mind?
It's good. It's good. It's good. Throwaway entertainment.
I feel like we don't get, and this might be me being old or it might be true, we don't just get a lot of fun, dumb comedies anymore.
No.
And I don't know what year this came out, J-Bone, but like 21 Jump Street.
Did you see they're making 24 Jump Street?
I think I heard, but like that was a good, dumb comedy.
Yeah.
That I want to see more of. I feel like there was a lot of those.
I got one of the all-time classics, man. Oh my God. Hot Tub Time Machine.
That is good.
Good, dumb comedy. Yeah. Right. Chandler's favorite movies: American Gangster, Goodfellas, Happy Gilmore, Rudy. Thank you, J-Man.
I think he actually meant to put American History X. I think that's one of Chandler's favorites.
He likes the curb stomp scene.
Jeez. My favorites are Goonies, Never Ending Story, the first one, and The Great Outdoors.
Classics.
Back to the Future 2. I don't know why I liked it so much growing up, but the whole hoverboard thing, I was like, this is going to be great in the future. And of course, we still don't have it.
Yeah. What are we doing, scientists? Let's take a break.
Those Nikes. Woo.
More with Ken Watlington. As we go to break, I was greeted today at work by a sausage dog and a cheese biscuit. Thank you, Jenny. She brought it from the new Country Mart. And Country Mart, now another location, this time the new one on Highway 11 across from Aiden Grifton High School. And excited for the folks out there. Looks beautiful. I saw pictures of it. Chandler was there earlier today, and a great location. And as I said, if I was a student at Aiden Grifton, I'd be ready to go back to school and enjoy some awesome breakfast before I go to class.
Why are you leaving so early? I got to get my cheese biscuit.
Man, a cheese biscuit, that's a great way to start a day if you're a student or on your way to work. But check out the new location, Country Mart, and Dynamite sausage dog and cheese biscuit that I enjoyed earlier today. We'll take a break. More to go. Ken Watlington, a ton of guests to get to today. We got Donnell Coley, Paul Troth, Hour 2, Brandon Simmons, Darius Bell, Hour 3. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Listen up, friends. Operation Pizza is a go at Papa John's. They're introducing new personal pizzas just in time to celebrate the premiere of Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. These adventure-sized pies come in new exciting flavors like Sheriff's Roundup, Space Ranger Roni, and Reach for the Pie, and specialty Rootin' Tootin' Ranch Dippin' Sauce. Or take your personal pizza to infinity and beyond by creating your own flavor just for you. Order 2 or more with Papa pairings and get yours for only $6.99 each. See Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5 in theaters June 19th. Rated PG.
Hey Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
Rusty. It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Happy 250th birthday, America! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Let's celebrate freedom and heritage with a little less noise. During IWI's Silent Summer Rebate, purchase a qualifying Tavor 7, Zion 25, Galil H Gen 2, or Zion 15 SPR and receive a free Caliber matching suppressor. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber. We'll guide you through every step of the suppressor application process in-house. All NFA rules apply. Let freedom ring a little quieter. Visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You would do anything to keep your family safe, so don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. SCI Technologies has recently merged with High Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. They have the most cost-effective solutions for your home or business's security and life safety needs. Call SCI Technologies today at 321-7006. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Ken Watlington helping me out with a little trivia for tonight.
I would have won this question.
Yes, you did very well. I wonder if J-Bone could do it because he's not a baseball guy. Jared, any chance you can name 3 active players that have had 30-plus home run seasons with multiple teams?
Bryce Harper.
That's 1.
Okay. Shohei Ohtani.
That's 2.
Right. I totally forgot about him.
Give me 1 more.
Mookie Betts.
Probably not. But maybe.
Let's check it out. This could be huge. This could really put you up there as a legitimate sports guy because you're not a baseball guy.
Mookie had 32 with Boston and 230 plus with the Dodgers. Well done.
Still not a baseball
guy. We talk sports, we talk movies, we laugh because fun distractions from real life, Ken. And we saw a rough example of real life Monday with Chris Johnson on Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. And man, we have such great memories of CJ2K in the purple and gold. And again, I'll say it, I did not know he would have that great of a pro career, but he was awesome.
I mean, one of the greatest seasons as a running back in NFL history
ever. One of the greatest, like Barry Sanders might have the best highlight tape for a running back, but Chris Johnson's got to be top 5 because he's up there for most 50-yard touchdown runs, most 80-yard touchdown runs.
Yeah, Bailey had some highlights of him in Tennessee on the show when the news came out, and it's in slow motion. It had the NFL Films look to it. I'm like, oh, this guy was good.
But man, really tough to see, and just the way he looked, and what ALS does is,
and how quickly it's happened, and how quickly it's affected him.
I think it was Bailey that said "cruel." That's a
it's so unfortunate, and you can shout some expletives, which I'm sure a lot of people have, just about this disease in general and how it affects people. And I've heard, I never had a chance to meet him and never had a chance to see him play in person, but I know people who were here and knew him in East Carolina speak highly of him. I have some friends who worked in Nashville when he was playing there and had a chance to cover him there, and kind of the same thing. Everyone's just, sending out their best to him and his family, and it's just such an unfortunate thing.
Yeah, and every baseball season, it is hammered home by Cliff Godwin and company, and why Mustache March? Why so much talk about it? This is why, because we're looking for a cure and looking for advances, and even Chris on Monday talking about having to do some maybe experimental trial stuff. They're still trying to figure this thing out.
Yep, and hopefully one day we get a cure. But I mean, obviously around here, a lot of awareness is raised every year, and every day, honestly, and it's just sad. I mean, it sucks. That's the easiest way to say it.
We've had, this week getting on his former teammates, coaches, and trying to honor him and obviously, I guess raise awareness at the same time. But we'll talk to some more of his former teammates and a coach on today's show. But Jay Sonhalter was great because he was not kind of in the same vein as Justin Hardy, best player on the team, but not a great interview.
Yeah.
Justin liked to do his talking on the field.
Right.
CJ kind of the same way. But to hear the guy he was behind the scenes, like a kind of a different personality. Also, tune into the Paul Troth interview. I always say Coach Hudson tells some tall tales, and like 1 out of every 10 of his stories is probably BS.
Yeah. Embellished a little bit.
But man, Paul Troth verified the Chris Johnson, Greg Hudson story about how Hud would Jedi mind trick him and talk about how good Matt Forte was, and Kevin Smith and D'Angelo Williams and all these other running backs put their stats on his locker. And apparently Chris answered the call in a big way in the last game against Tulane and Matt Forte, and took it to Hud afterwards. And that story will be verified later on today by Paul Troth. So.
I love some Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
When they're used for good.
He would tell, we had an epic defensive line with C.J. Wilson, Linville Joseph, Jay Ross, Scotty Robinson, and they would be doing fine in practice, but Hud would be bored and say, Coach Rock Rogeman, D-line coach, what's going on with your guys today? He'd be like, what do you mean? They're loafing. What are they? Were they tired, sick? And he said Rock would just go over there, cuss them out, make them do all that. And Hud would just be laughing. And the players would know what took place.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go again.
But he liked when everything was going too good to keep a little edge. So I guess you got to do that with your team.
You got to, yeah.
All right, Ken, we're getting into kind of football preview season here.
I mean, it'll be here for in less than 2 months.
I did a vibe check. Did I give my vibe check? I don't think I gave my vibe check on Washington. I was at 8.1 for ECU yesterday, Jared, which makes me nervous. I'm so high on the Pirates this year. What would you be for ECU?
I'd probably go like 6.8 to 7.1.
Okay.
I really
7.
Shut up.
Oh,
Shut up, Ken. I really believe in what Blake Carroll's building here, but the roster turnover.
We don't know the parts.
Yeah, well, I mean, what is this team? It was great last year.
Jimmys and Joes are more important than X's and O's, and I feel like we've got the X's and O's down, although we got 2 new coordinators as well.
Yeah.
So, but who are those new Jimmys and Joes?
I'm very confident, but I want my number to be a little skeptical.
Yeah, that's fair. With Washington, Ken, I'm glad that every time we are predicted to do something good, we tank.
Absolutely, every year.
So that was predictable last year. I like that we're a little more under the radar this year. I love that the New York Giants are getting all this love with all their shiny parts. Jackson Dart and the running back with the grill, and what Malik Neighbors actually is really good, and I think they got some good defensive players
if he comes back.
Right, but I love that they're getting hype. But for Washington, I'm gonna put it above a 5. I'm gonna go at least like 5.6 on my vibe check.
Washington is gonna win the whole dang thing.
Super Bowl?
Yep.
Right.
You know how I say HUD, like 1 out of every 10 things he says is BS? Ken is hitting it like
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 80% on the BS scale.
If they stay healthy, they're gonna have a decent chance to win the division and to make some noise.
I agree. I think so.
And last year, that was kind of the crux of it. They just weren't healthy. And, you can call it a sophomore slump with Jaden Daniels if you want to, but he's got to be on the field to get, go into a slump. And he wasn't on the field enough.
Jared, you know a little bit more about these guys, but the Owe that they picked up, that's a big pickup, right? Mm-hmm. And his brother is the talented player from Kentucky, right? They got drafted.
Yeah. Hit that game winner.
He's a good player. I love Sonny Styles. Ken, they asked him what he was listening to before games. He said either he'll throw in some gospel music or Wu-Tang Clan.
Of course.
And he is an old
2 different
guy.
forms of gospel.
He is wearing 52, which is cool. He wanted to wear a linebacker number
instead of like an 8.
I love that. Yeah. I don't know much about the Nick Cross guy they got, but I do know he's a native from the DMV, so he's glad to be home. Any other pickup? Tim Settle, he was there previously, and we get him back on defense. But Trey Amos had a good first year. Mikey Sanderstill has been pretty good at corner. So I like our secondary more than I have in the past. We'll see on that.
I think the vibes are just high.
Dan Quinn is a high vibes guy
because of the success. Now 2 seasons ago, because the uniforms have changed back to something very familiar and very, embraced by the fan base. And also you're going to get this new stadium in Washington coming up in the next 5 years or so. I mean, just everything seems to be headed in a positive direction. Whereas for 15, 20 years, it was headed in the opposite direction. And last year sucked, but it wasn't like, it's going to be like this forever.
Right.
No,
there's still a reason for hope.
There's optimism.
Yeah. Jared, is it crazy to say the teams in the Super Bowl last year won't make the playoffs this year? Seattle's pretty stable, right?
Yeah.
They should be pretty good.
They should be good. I don't like the Patriots this year.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason they traded their 28 pick for A.J. Brown instead of their 27, because they're kind of thinking like we may have, overachieved a little bit last year and we might slide back this year. But I don't think it's crazy to believe. You always get 7 new teams in the playoffs. That's the average. So I could see them both being out, especially with, the Rams and Niners looking good.
Ken, what does year 1 and the only year probably of the old Packers reunion, Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers look like? Is it going to be a bust, or can they win 10 games, make the playoffs?
I don't think it will be a bust. I don't think it's going to be a resounding success. I think they will find a way to sneak into the playoffs, just like, the Steelers, I guess, snuck in last year. It'll be, there'll be some familiarity and, there'll be some good vibes, and, that franchise as a whole is relatively healthy. So it's not like they're in a bad place, but they're not going to be like, oh God, this is the team out of the AFC.
They're not going to do anything.
No playoffs?
No.
Really?
You should have went young with the coach. Like Chris Shula was sitting right there. He wanted to go. And instead you pick up big dumb doofus Mike McCarthy.
Oh, big dumb doofus.
We talk about it every day. We watch the games. It is still insane to look at last year. What a year. Patriots 14-3, Jags 13-4, Broncos 14-3, Seahawks 14-3.
Yeah.
And this is the NFL, man. We're going to be looking at it this time next year saying, how the hell did the Tennessee Titans win 12 games? Like something
really,
like that. I
really like the Titans.
I don't.
Year. I mean, as a wild card team, not to win 13-plus games, but I think Jacksonville is going to slide back a little bit. Indianapolis, I don't have any faith that they're going to do anything. I think fool's gold a little bit last year. Daniel Jones coming off the Achilles. It's really just that Texans defense you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
And if C.J. Stroud gets hurt, that team is Super Bowl bound.
Wow. Davis Mills Stan over here.
Wow.
Yeah, the longest winning streak going into the playoffs.
It wasn't Washington.
Seahawks had 7 in a row. The Texans 9 in a row.
Yeah, that game I was watching a few weekends ago at the bar instead of the World Cup.
Oh yeah,
Bills Texans. The Texans
that game.
They're
That
like 5-4 going into Week 12, and they just rattled off some wins. Won 12 games.
5-4 going into Week 12. That's some crazy math.
It may have been something else. Maybe 6-5.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Look, man, I was at a bar. You expect me to remember everything?
Yes.
I didn't drive, but
congratulations.
You're talking to me or your mom right now?
Everyone. Just speaking into existence.
I made it home.
Ken, college football, UNCW not participating again.
Yeah, we decided to take at least one more year off. We're just kind of, analyzing, the situation and see what's out there.
Seeing the good league to fit into,
Yeah, do we really want to play in the Coastal Athletic Association, that type of stuff? Yeah, football's never happening.
Year 2 of Belichick looks like what?
Yeah, I think the record will be similar, but the product will be better. But the schedule was brutal. Like last year, they got their 4 wins against Charlotte and Richmond or whoever they beat. And this year, I think they got back-to-back weeks of Clemson, Miami, Notre Dame or something. Like, that's rough.
I thought Joe Giglio was great when we talked to him last week. I asked him about, year 1 and what year 2 would look like. But he said he thought that Carolina would be pretty good last year, and we would see the master at work and Belichick have the play where the receiver is ineligible and they go the other way and they do this, fake all this stuff. Yeah. And he said they would run it 50 times week 4 and then throw it 50 times week 5. And he said there was none of that. Yeah. It was bad football. And he was kind of surprised by that. And he doesn't see it getting any better. And he also said, does Bill Belichick care? Every coach cares, but he made it sound like Belichick thought he could go in, just whatever, have just a good year, and then get back in the NFL. Yeah. That was Joe's take. I don't know if that's what Belichick wants to do.
This clip keeps popping up on my Instagram of Bill Burr during the college football season last year on Rich Eisen. Yep. And he's like, what do you think about Belichick at Carolina? How does this affect his legacy? He's like, what do you think about Joe Namath on the Rams? What about Johnny Unitas on the Chargers? He's like, who cares? He's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Patrick Ewing on the Magic. We don't remember. We don't talk about that. But so you think better football, similar record?
Yeah. I think they will be more competitive, and they've definitely added some talent. Bobby Petrino as your offensive coordinator, that's going to spice things up and probably score some points. But, the schedule is rough.
If you ran out of gas and Petrino rolled up on a motorcycle, would you hop on with him?
Depends on what part of town I was in.
Okay. So you might take the chance.
If it was somewhere it's like, it's a little dicey around here, I should be like, all right, coach, I'll hop on.
Let's go.
But if I was somewhere I trusted, I was like, no, thank you, appreciate it, have a nice day.
Ken, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys.
Have a great 4th.
You too.
What you eating? Classics or you go a different route?
Everything.
Whatever's in front of.
Exactly. Seafood, I eat it.
There we go. We'll take a break, come back. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, Donnell Coley, Paul Troth, and more. Back with you after this timeout.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Larry's Steakhouse.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina. Mike from SCI Technologies. Got summer travel plans? Beach trips? Long weekends? Time away from home? Before you leave, make sure everything back at home is ready to go.
Imagine this. You're relaxing, miles away, and your phone buzzes. Not a surprise, not a panic, Just a quick check-in. With SCI, you can arm your system, view your cameras, and get real-time alerts right from your phone.
So instead of worrying, just tap, check, and get back to your vacation. Because security isn't when everything goes right. It's for the moment something doesn't. SCI Technologies, protecting what matters, no matter where you are.
Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gakwe, and our mission at Michaels & Gakwe is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gakwe are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic downtown Washington.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Hello, friends. There are certain places where magic happens in golf. Augusta, St. Andrews, Pinehurst, and the Birdie Bar. Here, every drive feels 30 yards longer, and every friend suddenly becomes a swing coach after 2 or 3 beers. Step inside for world-class golf simulators, great drinks, and the kind of atmosphere that makes even a triple bogey feel memorable. The Birdie Bar in Greenville, where the only bad lie is the one that says, you don't have time for golf.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East in Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Right on time. Donnell Coley walking in the First Flight Credit Union studio. Shirley Rhodes is here. J-Bone, Jared Watkins producing as we are a bit undermanned with interns and folks getting ready for trips and vacations and the 4th and all that. Donnell, how you doing, man?
Feeling good. A little hot out there.
Man.
A little bit. It's going to get hotter, so I'm going to say a little.
I was listening to something on Barstool earlier today, and they were talking about how, hey, you're a grown-up, wear pants, not shorts. no matter the weather. I'm a shorts guy almost year round. But Donnell going pants on a 100-degree day. Are you all pants all the time?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
You'll break out the shorts? You'll show the legs?
In about 2 hours. I'm going to go to this watch party. In about 2 hours, I'm going to have some shorts.
Okay.
I
short sleeves.
Cannot wear pants right now due to the boot. So,
would you be wearing pants?
Hell no.
Would you wear the pants in your family if you had a family?
It depends on who the wife is.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's cutting grass, no.
Okay.
Depends on what she does for a living. If she sells beads, I mean, yeah, I'm probably wearing the pants.
Smart man. Smart man.
But if she's out,
if she's cutting grass,
if she's out like doing construction and ripping cigs, I'll take a back seat.
Oh man, Donnell, you. Well, let me ask you this: what were you doing in 2000? Let's say 2004 to 2007. What was Donnell Coley doing?
A lot of long sleeve tees.
No, I'm just saying in your life.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
At that point.
Oh, that's what. That's what.
How old were you? Not necessarily
parachute pants.
I was getting to that part.
MC
This is what I was wearing.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
A lot of long tees. A lot of fitted hats, and then I was going to school with my iPod and everything.
Oh, you high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your relationship to East Carolina and specifically Chris Johnson, the running back? Did you know him in college or did you find out about him in the pros?
It had to been Tennessee because I didn't follow a lot of ECU college football. I didn't follow like any college football actually when I was in high school. So I was always more basketball for me. Only thing I knew was Reggie Bush about college football. That was it.
Yeah.
So other than that, Reggie Bush, Vince Young, the
greatest
USC,
championship game of all time.
Yeah,
correct?
USC, teams. I knew teams and Reggie Bush, but that was about it for me. USC and Texas, and that was it. But,
so you got to know CJ2K as a pro, and basically what he did for the Titans in his first few seasons was his 2007 season here, where he had over 2,000 all-purpose yards and all the touchdowns, all the big runs. And we're talking about him a lot today. We'll talk to one of his former coaches and a former teammate on today's show. Just kind of honoring him after we saw, Monday on Good Morning America, the shocking image of him and what ALS can do.
Yeah, I was stunned. When I got the first time I saw it, I think I got an alert. And it was just actually I was on X, I was on Twitter. And I just saw random videos popping up of him, and during the the interview that he had, and I was like, "Is that the same Chris Johnson?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait a minute, this can't be." And then I go into work mode. I'm like, "Wait a minute, I got to do something about this." But I remembered we have AP, and AP is probably already all over it. So, but when I watched the video, I was like, "Wow!" For him to be he's what 40? For him to be so young,
39. Yeah.
So that's really what shocked me about it. It was just he's barely 40, barely about to be 40, and going through something serious like that. And my heart goes out to him, his family, friends, everybody, Pirate Nation. My heart goes out to you guys. I know you guys loved him. So yeah.
Man, I absolutely fleeced the guy, and I felt so bad. It was the first year my stepson was playing fantasy football, and was getting into it, and was an ECU fan, and we had our draft. We drafted Forte, and another guy, and this was a league just online. Didn't know anybody in the league or anything, and they got Chris Johnson. And I said, "Hey, man, it's my stepson's first year. He's trying to get into it. He's a big ECU Chris Johnson fan. Can we facilitate some kind of trade?" And I made the trade pretty even. I threw in something else and whatever, but I guess that was the 2,000 yard season, or it was one of the seasons where he went off, and I felt bad and kind of good about it. I was like, I should be a GM.
Yeah.
This was fun. But Donnell, if you've had a running back highlight tapes, I like Earl Campbell's because you got the jersey ripping off his body, and that was cool. Barry Sanders, probably all-time best. But Chris Johnson's got to be top 10 at least for running backs just because of all the 80, 90, 70, 50-yard touchdown runs. with Gus Johnson screaming in the background. That's the best part.
I mean, that adds to it. But yeah, it's the home run hitting ability that he had. I think that will always resonate with people, regardless if you're ECU or whatever fan, Tennessee fan. Me just being a casual NFL fan at that time, watching him do that, I was like, yo, every time he touches the ball, I have to watch. Because he probably is gonna take it to the house. You know, he finds one little crease, he's taking it to the crib. So I'm like, man, I think that was the fun part about his era, was just you never knew when that moment was gonna happen with him.
I'm gonna look up jersey sales from like a year back then and see. I think his name hurts him because he had a very common name, and the Titans jersey, and just being a Titan hurts. If he was somewhere else, it probably would have been even higher. So I don't know. I'm going to kind of see if he was on the top 10 list. It's a whole bunch of quarterbacks.
Yeah, you imagine if he was a Steeler or like
a
Cowboy or something.
Oh, man, yeah. I mean, it'd be huge.
Yeah.
It'd be all over the place. But did you have any NFL jersey? Were you a jersey guy? Who were your what jerseys were in your closet?
During my Eagles era, I had Brian Dawkins was my guy. I had B-Doc. Didn't have Donovan, even though Donovan was the reason I became an Eagles fan. But B-Doc, he kind of like, resonated with me, just his spirit and the passion he brought to the game. So
that era of the Eagles, I hate the Eagles. They had the most likable dudes. I was a McNabb fan. Brian Dawkins, obviously. Brian Westbrook was one of my favorite players. He was, I think he was very underrated at running back. But yeah, this says, nope, that's not the right Chris Johnson. I'm trying to see if Chris Johnson was ever on the top selling. I got to think he was there maybe one year.
Like
top sellers during his prime. But I can't get an actual number. But yeah, he was great for ECU, man. Like those huge runs and huge games he had to put a lot of spotlight on the Pirates. So
he did play in an era where there were a lot of talented guys. Like even at running back,
Adrian
Peterson, man. Like you had these guys that were like, oh, Chris Johnson's actually pretty good though. Like he's getting touchdowns, 100-yard touchdowns and stuff. But you got AP, and then you got these like generational talents that are also around in this era. So I imagine that was hard cracking that list.
Arian Foster was awesome. Jamal Charles. These are and Chris Johnson was fourth in 2010. MJD, Adrian Peterson,
Steven Jackson,
Ray Rice before he did his thing. Steven Jackson, number 8 that year. Another Eagle that I really liked because it looked like Allen Iverson on a football field, LaShawn McCoy. He was like he did like ankle breakers on the football field. He was different.
Shady McCoy.
In his prime.
Shady McCoy.
Definitely. And Matt Forte up here.
That was a fun team. Shady D-Jax. Mike Vick was there one time with that team. Yeah.
That team that put up 50 whatever on Washington on Monday night. That was a bad group of dudes.
That was like one of the highlights I will never forget of like my sports fandom as a team owning somebody. When you live in a DMV and that's all they talk about is that Washington team, and then we do that to them while I'm watching it with them. Like, come on. I will never forget that moment.
So I'm pretty positive earlier in that year, McNabb and Washington won in Philly. And then I think that day McNabb like signed an extension and it was a big game. And then LaRon Landry said something to Deshaun Jackson before the kickoff. And then first play of the game, bomb to Deshaun Jackson on Landry's head. And it was over from that minute.
It was over.
It was
a wrap. I had a great night.
Donnell Coley joining us. Donnell, we're doing vibe checks for ECU football July 1st. And I'm above an 8. I just have a lot of belief in Blake Harrell. Again, we are going to learn more, hopefully, about this personnel when practice begins. But as we sit here right now, if I gave you 7.5 as the total, would you go over or under 7.5 wins?
I go over. I would go just over. Let's just go just over.
So I guess 8.5.
I wouldn't.
Would you go under or no bet? You wouldn't touch that?
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Over.
Over?
It's gotta be some good value.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's from like somebody who bets.
Get that plus money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. Are you you're going to Tuscaloosa or have plans to, right?
Oh yeah, I've got to make some plans. I know that, but that is the plan. That is the plan.
As of right now,
make them.
What is the favorite venue you've covered a sporting event in?
Ooh, football, right?
Any sport.
Well, it has to be football. That's only when I traveled. So
okay.
About Minji's.
Yeah, that counts.
No, I will tell you though, Dowdy is definitely one of the, if we're not talking P5, like Dowdy,
we're
especially
just talking atmosphere. I mean,
especially that Memphis game, like nothing touched that last year. That Memphis game with Dowdy, nothing touched that. No atmosphere touched that.
Okay.
Carter Finley was awesome last year.
It was.
I like Carter Finley. I've been to some good games.
And it was super packed. It was sold out. Carter Finley was sold out, super packed. Super like
good game,
very good game.
Favorite,
looked nice. But I still pick Memphis.
Just walking through, like getting my vest to be on the field and walking through and seeing Duncan and Ginobili and Pop like on the walls at the Alamo Dome. That was awesome. And San Antonio was just my favorite trip.
That was San Antonio was awesome. The game sucked, but it was awesome.
I had a great time. Philly was awesome.
Philly,
the Sixers game, the casino.
I would say being in Philly at the Link. That was probably bucket list for me, so I'm glad I got to be there for that, and it was a win for
the nice stadium, but awful atmosphere.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. Like I took a picture. There was Donovan. He had one. Like he has a picture mural on one of the elevators and stuff. So I had to take a picture of that, and just all the just the stuff, the nostalgia of all the divisional wins, conference championships, and all that and stuff was there. So it was cool.
And then the Nick Foles statue.
That was awesome. That was one of my favorite.
That's a real thing, right?
Yeah, it's
him
Nick
and Doug
Foles
Peterson,
and Doug Peterson.
who got the axe like 12 months later.
It's the first thing I went to when the game ended. I was like, I got to find the statue. And then some lady was like, you want me to take your picture? I was like, of course. This is just a ridiculous statue.
That is pretty hilarious. Like 30 years from now, like dads are going to tell their kids about McNabb and Jackson and like all the great, Hurts and great players. And are they even going to remember Doug Peterson's name at that point?
Nick Foles played like 6 games for him that year.
That's an insane statue. We got to look up like most random crazy statue.
I mean, Bill Burr said it best. Like, this is Philly. Like Joe Frazier is from here.
Yeah.
I mean, they put up a statue. It's near that sports complex, but everybody goes to Rocky.
Yeah.
Facts.
Some greasy 3-foot Italian, I think is what.
Also, I mean, that was another great part of the trip, the Rocky statue.
Awesome. Legendary.
And then that con man, Spider-Man sitting right next to us. Like, nobody's here to see you, dude.
It was a kid.
It was a kid in this Spider-Man costume?
It wasn't a kid?
No, it was like a guy like perched up on the wall, like with a bucket for cash.
You know what? He's right. It was.
Are y'all doing more buddy cop travels this year? Y'all went to an NBA game together last year, right?
That was the same trip.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was Philly. Philly was great.
I mean, we got there, and the Sixers were down like 20. And I'm like, well, that's not a lot of points in basketball, but maybe they'll come back. And then Joel Embiid had a chance for a game winner.
Yeah.
Then we went to the casino.
They just needed us to be there. That's really what happened. They were waiting on us to be there.
Jenny says Big House is hers, and she said the Alamo Dome was fun. Everybody talks about how cool San Antonio is when they go.
Yeah.
Hunter, he kind of pulled a Deshaun Watson with me. Well, I shouldn't say Hunter pulled a Deshaun Watson. I used to always talk about how like awesome of a dude Deshaun Watson was, and then we found out maybe he wasn't. Hunter said Ray Rice was the last jersey he ever bought.
Okay,
and I guess after that he was like, you know what, I'm done with this.
No more.
That's funny. All right, we got to get to our Paul Troth interview. So, Donnell, we're going to let you run and say have a good 4th. What do you got any plans? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to try to, tonight I'm trying to see this soccer, so I'll probably try to see what's going on downtown, roam around a little bit.
State of emergency this week.
OTs.
Is the state of emergency?
In downtown.
OTs.
Okay.
Sports trivia, 8 o'clock, USA.
I'm going to be downtown, like probably right out here outside the studios, man.
It's like so right down the street.
And that's a little bit of a way, I'll play, hey, right out here,
right,
that's probably where I'll be tonight. But 4th, I'll probably see some fireworks, maybe a little Washington. We'll see.
All right, buddy.
Always good.
Thank you for joining us.
Do it.
We'll take a break, come back, talk to former Pirate QB and also Coach Chris Johnson in 06-07 was a part of the staff. Paul Troth joins us when we return after this.
crack of the bat, the crowd roars. Baseball is back in Kinston's historic Granger Stadium. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
The Bird Dogs are home this Independence Day weekend against the New Jersey Jackals. Don't miss the massive fireworks Saturday night after the game. Come celebrate America this weekend in Kinston.
Got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
Hey, pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's, and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O's Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you've come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
Recalculating. You are now in the middle of nowhere. Well, not exactly. Welcome to Martin County, the middle of nowhere, but the center of everything. Just 80 miles from the Outer Banks, 90 from Raleigh, and less than 30 minutes from East Carolina University and the Pamlico River. Kayak the Roanoke River, dance in downtown Williamston, or just watch horses do their thing in farm life. So yeah, you could stay stressed, or you have arrived at peace. Martin County, get lost in the best way.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Really enjoyed the chat with Jay Sonhalter yesterday, and I think we're going to get him on more during the football season. He was great to talk to, and looking forward to talking in season with Paul Troth as well, and because he is training and watching and seeing the quarterback stars of tomorrow, and he'll talk about that a little bit at the end of this conversation. But wanted to get him on. He was part of the coaching staff in 06 and 07 when CJ2K was running wild at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and other stadiums, and talked to Paul earlier today. Here's that chat. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, back once again, former Pirate quarterback and also coach the Pirates as well, Paul Troth joining us. Paul, great to have you back on, man. How you doing today?
Oh, man, trying to beat the summer heat up here in Northern Virginia. We're in a heat wave. I don't know what it's like in Greenville, but it's pretty hot.
It is toasty, definitely toasty here as well. And Paul playing dad, the role of dad, which he plays that role every day. But as we talk to him today, as he's got the kids with him. So, Paul, we there they are. Paul, we've been reaching out to former teammates, coaches, friends, people that covered Chris Johnson this week, and we all saw on Monday him on Good Morning America, and had heard like Sunday night that there might be some health related news he was going to talk about with Michael Strahan. Had no idea how much that had progressed and how much he had regressed. Were you shocked when you saw that Monday when he was on Good Morning America?
I mean, I was just shocked that, well, kudos to him and his family for keeping things private, being a celebrity. And it, obviously we find out it happened about 9 months ago with the diagnosis. But I know with our experience with Coach LeClaire, it seemed a little bit slower in our experience with that as Pirates. But that was the initial shock. And then the immediate just sadness. But I got over my sadness by hearing him speak. I was amazed at how he was communicating his belief through all of this. And just to see him in a perspective of doing everything that he can and fighting as hard as he can to go attack this thing and be an imprint on others that are affected by it, and also be a positive just source of strength for his family. That was what was encouraging in the times of just sorrow watching it.
Paul Troth joining us. Paul, I believe you were at ECU Chris's last 2 years, I think. So we saw flashes of him as a freshman. We saw him play a little, kind of go to receiver a little bit, and then find his home back at running back. And I've talked a lot this week about the jump from 06 to 07. He was already a explosive player, dynamic player, but he has talked about, and we've heard his coaches as well talk about how much work he put in that particular offseason, and also maybe some heart-to-heart conversations with Skip Holtz in there as well. But how about the way he just took it to an entirely different level, that 2007?
Yeah. I remember my first year there was 06, and I remember being in the preseason staff meeting, and the big like bomb drop by Coach Holtz was that they wanted to move Chris around. Those were in the times of Reggie Bush, and they really wanted to kind of tailor certain formations and move him around. He was also battling. I mean, people forget, like, we never knew who our starting running back was going to be week to week. That year, I know we had Brandon Fractious, and Dominique Lindsay was a bulldozer. And so, Chris, we went up to Navy. We lost a heartbreaker at UAB. And that year, we were just piecemealing it together in regards to, we had all this talent, and we never really had an identity. James Pinckney was the quarterback, and we kind of ebbed and flowed around him. And I think that Chris had a lot to do with his maturity, not as a human, but as a football player. And at the end of the day, he bet on himself. And I know in that offseason, talks with Greg Golden, Mike Golden, every time he would talk about the players in the summer, CJ's name would be coming up. And I think that he just decided that he wanted to be great, and he had a unique talent. I mean, he's the fastest person I've ever seen on a football field. But he gained weight. He got his pad level lower. And we come out the next year and at Virginia Tech, I still remember, the first touchdown is just him just running over a linebacker on the goal line. Like we never had him on goal line sets. It was always Dominique. And I think that he took a source of pride. We had a lot of good running backs in Conference USA. Matt Forte was one of the best stories was we had Tulane coming to town, and Matt Forte was getting a lot of publicity. Chris had done a ton of things on special teams and had that big game against Carolina. And it was like, I was like, I didn't get a chance to be in the running back room, but every time I was like, you ready? And he's like, oh, this is my game. And I think that he actually made a bet with Coach Hud, and basically, I don't know what the bet entailed, but I think that it entailed I'm going to rush for more. We're going to win the game. I'm going to settle this debate. I'm the top running back, not only in the conference, but one of the top running backs in the country. And he walked after that game. I believe it was a night game. He walked straight up to Hud's room in full pads and collected whatever they bet on. And it was a great joy for Coach Hud. And the relationships that Chris had were very unique. He didn't let a lot of people in. It's interesting. I want to say one of the closest coaches he had was Coach Hudson. They meshed well. I think Coach Hudson found a way to challenge him personally and on the football field. And it was a great year. And then going to Hawaii, I mean, that was just icing on the cake to see his performance. And we never thought we were out of a game. We always thought we were in a game because we had number 5 in the backfield, and he would just make things right.
I love you telling that story because Greg Hudson tells the stories, and I'm pretty sure 1 out of every 10 is BS. But but that was true. He told us how he would tape the pictures and the stats of Forte. Was Kevin Smith around that time with UCF, maybe? D'Angelo Williams, but all the great running backs, and would put those on Chris's locker and stuff. And he said for the Forte one, he said something like, who's the best running back? And he said that Chris Johnson, after that game, said I am and signed it, and Hud still has that piece of paper or whatever. But it's nice to have somebody verify the tall tales of Greg Hudson. But no, that's great. And like you said, he was the best player at 07, obviously, but it was not necessarily a media darling. He wouldn't give us too much. But I have heard from Jay Sonhalter and Coach Hud, and now yourself, and we'll talk to Brandon Simmons coming up at 5, who was the beefy back to CJ's speed there at the end of his career. But apparently he had a different personality behind the scenes.
Yeah, and another thing is that, I think a lot of people coaches in general are guilty of just, typecasting players as soon as they, see what they have, and the room for growth. And the number one thing was, I don't know if you remember, we went through 3 quarterbacks that year, and Coach Fitch was our OC. And the number one thing for a running back, other than taking care of the ball, is pass protections. And
ready to take the road less traveled. This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026.
Coach Fitch, it was CJ, because he understood protection.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Off Memorial.
He was a great football player. He wasn't just a great running back. You know, I think, you know, people think, oh, he's fast and he can return kicks. But a great football player.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
Plus the work and the effort he put in explains why he was such a great pro running back.
Well, I think, you know, I can give you, I don't have a ton of stories, but that one about HUD and, you know, Skip, there were times we would have these like Sunday night practices. We switched up our schedules where we were like shells, we were in uppers, and then they would get Monday off. And it was late in the season, and I can't remember if it was after a loss or whatever, but it was one of those practices where Skip was trying to, like, you know, be a little bit tougher and try to, like, you know, get a little 1v1. And I just remember this, it was dragging on, and it was a team period, and there was nothing really going on. And I think what says something special about CJ was, like, not many athletes have the ability to, like, turn it on and off. And you could tell when he got frustrated. So this practice is dragging on, and, you know, at any point you just want a big play to be made. So I think Coach Holtz is like, all right, defense wins or offense wins. We're out of here, whatever. So we give him like a mid-zone play. And I'm back then. I'm
ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now, because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. So hurry on down to the lot today before the deal ends. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
And not lose speed. And it was just, he's like Sonic the Hedgehog, man. But he's and he pretty much was like, practice is over. Okay.
Less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new.
We win, and he didn't talk a lot, but his actions they spoke volumes. And
this July,
our team took on the character.
Get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru. Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru.
Just with the amount
this
of
July,
big plays and the great players with Tate
road
and,
less traveled
on
this
the
July.
Tar Heel side, and
get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium
and I asked Jay Sonhalter about it yesterday. You know, what's it like blocking for
at Capital Subaru of Greenville? With $4,304 total due at signing,
it was almost like
you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months.
Tar Heels.
That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not.
I love that play. That play is.
Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details.
So there's just like this smoke.
Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
And, you know, it was just laying the hammer down. And I want to say that was like Patrick Pinckney's first start. And he gets to throw a screen pass for 80 yards. And, you know, Chris made him look
Capital
really
Subaru
good.
of Greenville, where your adventure begins. So hurry on down to the lot today.
Man, back in my day, Art Brown made me look good so many times. And And that was another thing. Like Chris,
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now,
I'm happy
because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville,
Coach Holtz has a lot.
where your adventure begins.
Junior Smith, Coach Hudson, the staff really challenged.
Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details.
We all feel for Chris, but it's tough, man. It's really tough.
Paul, while I got you here, man, we talk about 2015 a lot because a couple weekends ago, Kurt Benkert,
July 31st,
posted,
2026.
I still love East Carolina, and not to rehash that old story, but like he gets hurt. The Pirates are scrambling. They go to Blake Kemp, who's a JUCO guy, and James Summers, who was a utility guy, and try to piece it together. We've talked a lot about 2007, but man, the turmoil at QB there. So you had Rob Cass get in trouble right before the season started, literally right before the season, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to Brett Clay at quarterback. Eventually, we see a little Pinckney, but also some young guy wearing 17. Dwayne Harris is taking direct snaps in Blacksburg in week 1.
That was.
What was that?
That was
preparing for that like.
Well, that was just Coach Holtz getting to the point of frustration of not having a guy at the QB1 spot, and
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru.
True freshman year, they're like getting at running back. And he gets in.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com.
Okay, we go to Memphis and we have our Friday night practice, and Coach Holtz lets us play sandlot football. The kids are all. And I swear to you, I thought David Garrard was the strongest arm guy I've ever seen.
Ready to take
Dwayne Harris, legit 80-yard bombs, just throwing it up, and it was a credit to the coaching staff, because Coach Holtz knew what he had, but he had to piecemeal some things together. And I mean, every week we didn't know who the starter was going to be, and those guys handled it well. Coach Fitch. He was handling that well, but the things that we hung our hat on were that great defense, Chris Johnson, and then getting the ball in space to Dwayne, and it was fun. It was so fun to be around. That's like one of my favorite football seasons I've ever had, because we go to Hawaii and we beat Boise, and it was icing on the cake, and it was amazing. Amazing.
Was 07 the game at UTEP as well, or was that? Yeah,
that was Rob Cass comes in and throws
Rob
a Hail
Cass,
Mary.
the only laser Hail Mary I've ever seen in football, through a missile.
Yep. and the play before that, to get us down there to get to overtime, we were on 4th and 1, and Coach Fitch called like a play action pop pass, and it was just all those coaches. They didn't play by the data. They knew what they had, and they weren't afraid to gamble. And it was a great experience. I can't tell you how awesome that year was.
Well, Paul, man, we appreciate you coming on and talking about CJ2K a little bit, and also some of your memories. Real quick, tell everybody what you're up to, working with QBs, and what you're doing in the football world.
We had our finals out of California for Elite 11 finals, and I worked that and saw the next phase of quarterbacks. And now the difference is every kid that's out there has like $3 million, $4 million NILs, and I mean, it's a different world, man. I mean, there's some really talented players coming out of there, and I always say, like, there's commitment season and there's decommitment season, and that'll be coming upon us come October and November, because, you know, coaches fired or NIL deals are, you know, wanting to be renegotiated. But it's a great experience to try to get them to understand at the end of the day, you gotta perform. You gotta be at a place where you can, you know, be the CEO of an organization. It's very much more of a professional atmosphere now. And so that's always a great experience. And then just up here training quarterbacks in the DMV, and my daughters are all playing youth sports. Like, my 2 oldest got a Vegas tournament, so I got put on that plane flight. So I'm going to go out there and do that. And but yeah, just being dad and keeping up with the Pirates, and just trying to raise them right, and maybe one will go to the ECU one day. We'll see.
That'd be great, Paul. Man, I always enjoy talking with you. Let's talk this fall. Talk some football when games get rolling. But have a good summer, man, and we'll catch up with you down the road.
Yeah. All right, brother. God bless. Go Pirates.
Paul Troth joining us, and man, love talking football and reliving that part of ECU history there in the mid to late 2000s when Skip had it rolling with some good players, some really good coaches, and awesome to talk about what CJ did, and then that kind of leading to Dwayne Harris, and then Dwayne kind of leading into Justin Hardy. I mean, that was a heck of a run of some really, really good players in Pirate football history. We'll take a break, come back. We'll wrap up hour 2. We got one of the big bruisers that was in the backfield with Chris Johnson. Brandon Simmons going to join us, and also Darius Bell, who was drafted in the CFL draft. We'll see what he's up to, and talk about the current ECU Pirates a little bit. So I got that on the way. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. We're back with you after this.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Happy 250th birthday, America! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Let's celebrate freedom and heritage with a little less noise. During IWI's Silent Summer Rebate, purchase a qualifying Tavor 7, Zion 25, Galil H Gen 2, or Zion 15 SPR and receive a free Caliber matching suppressor. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber. We'll guide you through every step of the suppressor application process in-house. All NFA rules apply. Let freedom ring a little quieter. Visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Close your eyes and picture this: sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street Street in Greenville or online at LaTavaraRestaurant.com.
Hi, this is Parker Morgan, sales manager at Morgan Printers in Greenville. We're a full-service, family-owned printing company specializing in superior four-color printing, serving both the commercial and retail markets all across eastern North Carolina. Whether you need personalized marketing and promotional items, posters, business cards, books, magazines, calendars, or invitations, we want to be your print company of choice. Call me anytime to discuss your project needs at 800-962-1972. That's 800-962-1972, or go to morganprinters.com.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. And they have locations in Bethel and Stokes, and we have been talking about it for a while, and it's official. They had the grand opening today of the brand new location, and that is on Highway 11 right across from Aiken Grifton High School. And they have all sorts of great food. As a matter of fact, we had some this morning. And Clip, I didn't mention this, but I also got a big old thing of fatback. I was a huge fan of the fatback, and I got some.
You know,
and, I had that for breakfast this morning. That's how excited I was.
I didn't want to tell you this. I saw some folks from Country Mart Monday night, and they said they were having a little bit of trouble nailing the recipe, and I didn't want to tell you and worry you, but I guess they got it right.
Oh, yeah, they got it right.
Okay,
they got it right. Because actually, this was their official grand opening, but I had I stopped by the last weekend for some gas and just to pick up a snack or two, and I was like, ooh, let me see if they have fatback, and they didn't have any. They were a little behind on some of the cooking stuff, so I was like, well, I'll just come back later and pick up some. And thankfully, Jenny picked some up at the grand opening ceremony this morning and brought me some, and I am a happy camper.
Glad to hear they got it right for you. Also, there's a cinnamon roll in the back if anyone's interested.
Okay. All right,
Jarrett turned his nose up at it.
I did not.
You kind of did. So, Shirley, it's all yours.
Well, it was the lighting back there wasn't great, and it was out there for a little bit, and I had to squint before I realized it was a cinnamon roll.
Okay. So Jarrett's not going to have it. So Shirley, if you'd like it, you can have it. Halftime in this World Cup match, and a bit of an upset, perhaps. Senegal 1-0 over Belgium.
Winner plays the winner of U.S. and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
That is correct. So yeah, that could be. I remember when ECU, USA played Belgium. 2014 round of 16. Am I remembering right that it was 0-0 and then Belgium scored 2 goals in the extra time and USA scored 1 and nearly tied it.
Yeah.
But did not.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Thank you. How about an impromptu dog of the day?
Sure.
Presented by Dog House Tavern. While you're going down Highway 11 and go to Country Mart, get some gas, and then head over to Doghouse Tavern in Ayden. And I hate to do this, man. This is kind of a it's not even a reverse jinx. It's just a smart play at this point. It's not like Chris Sale's on the mound. Why would you take the Braves right now? They are just floundering, and the Cardinals are road underdogs, plus 117. Just take the Cardinals and then see what happens. The Braves are really struggling. Ronaldo Lopez on the mound. And right now the Braves are a good team to pick against. So I just, that one kind of jumped out at me that, hey, let's beat a dead horse here with Atlanta, who's playing bad baseball right now.
Yeah, I'm going to the track for this week's dog of the day. I got the hat right there. Going host of our top 10 plus 120.
Hosts of our top 10, and they are where?
Chicago.
Okay. Because they're in Atlanta the following week.
I believe it goes Chicago, Atlanta, Nashville.
Atlanta, that's kind of is that a crapshooty pick, like place where things can happen?
Me and Mac have talked about it on Mondays where it was just originally like normal track, and they kind of have tried to turn it into a super speedway. And it's made for some entertaining races, but Mac's not a fan because the old Atlanta races were better racing, I'd say.
Right. How about, like, Hocevar could be fun in those, like, I guess, the super speedways, but how about Chicago? You think he can?
This is just a homer pick. Didn't have a lot of time. I'm not going to look up, best average at the track. I mean, they haven't raced there in a while. They've been doing the Chicago street course racing.
Right.
If you're looking for a winner who probably has some good value, I think Brad Keselowski is
hadn't heard that name in a while.
The most winningest active driver at Chicagoland, which, like I said, they haven't raced there in a while. A lot of retirements lately. So let's see. Brad Keselowski, you could get him plus 4,500.
All right.
But then again, Denny, Tyler Reddick, sitting there up there at the top, most wins this season.
Jamie says, who is your next favorite non-USA team since Ivory Coast is out? You named it, Jamie. I do like Colombia. I took a liking to them with James in 2014. So I do like Colombia. I'll root for England just because I have them in my pool, and so I can talk about Harry Kane. Harry Kane with 2 goals.
I think I have Colombia.
Yeah, I like.
I don't know.
I like Colombia.
When do we find out who won this thing?
What do you mean? We're just picking the champion. It's winner take all.
Oh, okay.
There's no points or anything.
Wow.
England and Mexico play Sunday night at 8. I like that.
Cinco de Julio.
And France is going to win it all, though.
Yeah.
I think at this point it would be shocking. In fact, are there futures? France might be minus money at this point. I'm trying to see if there are futures. France is plus 184, followed by Argentina, and then Spain and England.
I still have my no new winner. Browns under 5.5 wins. Parlay alive.
Oh, no. So no country that has never won the World Cup will win this year.
Yeah.
That's part of your parlay. And I guess you would have to be worried about who at this point. Argentina's won.
The Browns winning 6. I think that's what I have to worry about.
Spain, England, Portugal. Is Portugal won? Probably. Brazil. Yeah, I think you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
You know who would do it, though, if anybody does it? The United States of America.
I'm fine losing if we can bring a trophy home.
That would be a crazy story. And you know what? If that happens, I'm going to turn into one of these cocky, arrogant, America is better than every country at everything.
Yeah.
Not just at some things,
it
like
happened
freedom, but literally everything.
Olympic hockey. We beat Canada. Hey, walk in your trap, took over your trap.
Yeah. We took over the continent at that point. Now we're talking about the whole world.
Yeah.
So, and like with Space Force, we're taking over the universe.
It's only a matter of time before everything is red, white, and blue.
We'll take a break. When we return, Brandon Simmons joins us. Talk about playing alongside and in the backfield with Chris Johnson, and talk a little high school football, where he's at, and his thoughts on the current Pirates. That and more on the way. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Michelob Ultra is brewed here. So is the feeling when we rally together behind one team. From the pitch to the pool, Superior is brewed here. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Vacation should be about relaxing, not wondering about what's happening back home.
With SCI Technologies, you don't have to. Your property is protected from every angle. Cameras watching, fire protection, the alerts are there before a small problem becomes a big one.
And if something does happen, you know instantly. A motion alert, a quick glance at your phone, and you're back to relaxing.
Because real security doesn't just protect your property, it protects your peace of mind. So go ahead, unplug, unwind, and enjoy the trip.
We've got the rest.
SCI Technologies, protecting what matters no matter where you are.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community, right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing. Proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina, owned and operated by Toot Boone. They offer no money down and back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, Jared Watkins, Clip Brock here with you on a Wednesday. We'll have best of shows for you Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Back with you live next Wednesday on Pirate Radio Live. We'll head out to the Turner Home Team live line, and one of my favorite former Pirates to get on the show, and we talk to him at least once a year and sometimes more, because we talk current Pirates, former Pirates, high school football, and he's got that Barry White voice. He is Brandon Simmons, who joins us. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, and we're having you on the show this week for other reasons. And Brandon, we've talked to Jason Halter and Kevin Monroe and Paul Troth and Coach Greg Hudson, and got some different guys on, some former teammates, former coaches, guys that covered Chris Johnson. Of course, you were in the backfield with CJ2K, and I know that you had the brotherhood then, and it never ends. You got that same brotherhood, and man, I reached out to some former guys, and I hope you're holding up well, because man, that was tough to see for us, and I'm sure for you to see on Monday when he was on Good Morning America.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate you for having me on. But yeah, like you said, I really work hard to try to keep in contact with most of the guys, most of the coaches. So like most people across America, I was, shocked of the news. But what I will say about CJ2K, Chris Johnson, is that he's a fighter. I had a chance to break bread with him, had a chance to, share the same backfield with him, and had an opportunity, like most Pirates, to follow his career, throughout the NFL, et cetera. And also had a chance to catch up with him in Florida a few years ago at the Under Armour, All-America game. So, one thing I know about him is that he's a fighter, and we'll get through this thing together.
Brandon Simmons joining us, and Brandon, we tend to typecast football players, any athletes, but especially running backs. This guy's a scat back. This guy's a power back. And we did that with you and Chris and Dominique back in your day. You were the power guy. Chris was the speed guy. But, Chris really developed that body, and that's why he was able to get so many carries, so many yards in the NFL. Paul Troth talked about Mike Golden always talking about CJ2K in the weight room, but how about seeing him develop, Brandon, from it came in kind of looking like a track guy, and by the time he left, though, he looked like a football player.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I first joined the team, CJ looked more like a receiver than a running back, and I'll never forget it. Coach Golden and Mason, all them boys, they put us all into the same group. And I was just amazed by how much smaller he was, but he was able to move a lot of weight, from the bench press to the power clean, to the squat, to the chin ups. And oh, by the way, he had world-class speed as well. So, he's a very strong individual. But most importantly, he put a lot of time into strengthening his mind. He spent countless hours in the film room. And Coach Junior Smith, again, he was our positional coach, of course, ECU Hall of Famer. He held us accountable by making sure that we were more than just good football players. He really put an emphasis on us learning the game, both football and in the classroom as well. So, yeah, I got a chance to see his progression. And by the time he left our program, he was rocking and rolling. So it was pretty awesome to be a part of his journey.
Brandon Simmons joining us here on the Turner Home Team live line. Brandon, you were a good interview back then, and obviously still are today. We didn't talk a ton to Chris, and if we did, he didn't have many words for us. He did his talking on the field, but Coach Hud has talked about in the locker room and behind the scenes, and how he'd come in his office and talk and their relationship. And, Jay said Chris had a great personality. I'm sure you got to see it being in the same, position group and position room with him, and then beyond, obviously being friends with him. But what kind of guy was he, behind the scenes that we didn't really get to see?
That's a good question. No, he was actually a funny guy. And it's funny that you asked that question, because Dominique, he and I, Dominique Lindsay and I just spoke on the phone not too long ago. But we were just talking about the good old days. But when he came up, we was just talking about the personality that he had. Chris was a prankster. That's what he was. Laissez-faire approach to everything. But when it was time to lock in, he locked in. he was definitely one of the guys. He was one of the first players that I crossed paths with, that had like gold teeth, and it was, and I mentioned that respectfully because at that time, being raised here in North Carolina, you just didn't see athletes with gold teeth.
Yeah.
Him and Travis Williams, the Florida Connection.
Florida, yeah.
Guys came up, the Florida Connection. But he was a good guy. Even back then, he used to listen to a lot of Lil Wayne. That's what people don't know, to get his mind right. But he was a cool guy. But when it was time to lock in and put the hard hat on, he had no problems with doing that too.
Brandon, I'm a Washington fan, as you know, but my all-time favorite non-Redskins Commanders player is Edgerrin James, another famous Florida guy with the grill. And I wonder if I don't know if CJ was a Edge fan, but maybe so. Maybe both being Florida guys. Brandon Simmons joining us. Brandon, so Greg Hudson tells some tall tales, as you know, and it seems like everything he's saying is true, but some of it seems ridiculous. But he told us about how he would tape up like Matt Forte and Kevin Smith's numbers on Chris's locker and say who's the best running back. And Paul Troth actually verified that story when he was on earlier and said that Chris got him and after the game went in Hud's office in full uniform and said I'm the best. And Hud said he still has a piece of paper where Chris says I'm the best running back, and he autographed it and gave it to Coach Hud. So I love stories like that. Jay Sonhalter also said Coach Hud loved the offensive guys because you guys would put that defense to the test. And man, I know Chris used to tear apart the defense in practice if he got a chance. But how about you, Brandon? What were the battles like against Coach Hud in that defense, and you and Chris on the offensive side?
Yeah, that's very factual, by the way. And what people might not remember is that era of football at Conference USA was golden. What people don't realize is that you basically have three all pro running backs in the same league with Kevin Smith and Matt Forte and
D'Angelo,
CJ2K, right? Yeah, and D'Angelo.
He was a little earlier, maybe, but yeah,
a little bit earlier. But Conference USA was turning them out, right? But yeah, like you said, our ultimate goal was to get the defense ready and to push each other as well. Because at that particular time in our backfield, we had a lot of talent, right? I mean, I had my success at Hopkins High School, but Chris Johnson had his success in Florida, and Dominique Lindsay had his success, in Charlotte Independent. Didn't lose a game, and J.R. Rogers and Norman Whitley and Jonathan Williams. Like the list goes on and on. So. When it came to ECU football, that's one of the premier positions of importance throughout the history of making sure that position was primed up and ready to go. But even in practice, we'll challenge each other. And it got to the point where, because what people, if you look at the old film, initially or like early on, CJ didn't like them inside runs like that, right? But he really took that next step as a runner when he started welcoming the inside runs, right? The counter, the power O. And he also made a lot of money in the NFL running those types of plays. So part of the reason why his transition to the NFL, I think, was seamless was because he improved his vision. He understood where the stick his toe on the ground and get vertical, break tackles, etc. But most importantly, he understood the blocking scheme, So, but that's just a typical day in that backfield at the time. It was very competitive, but throughout all of it, we all got along. We still keep in contact up to this day. But our ultimate goal is to get the defense ready to play the championship level. And when we, took the field as an offensive unit, protect the ball, score touchdowns, and take care of the defense at the same time.
Brandon, when Paul Troth was on, he said that 2007 season was one of the most fun football seasons as a player or a coach he can remember. And it is kind of crazy to think about. It ends, with the Hawaii Bowl, but how it began. It began with your quarterback getting in trouble the week of the opener at Virginia Tech, and you guys trying to figure out what to do. So you go to Brett Clay. That didn't really work. So a little bit of Patrick Pinckney, but you had some young guy wearing number 17 back there taking direct snaps. I mean, that had to be a crazy time. And I know Skip was frustrated at the beginning, but you guys found something, and you found it pretty quick because Patrick Pinckney and the offense put on a show against North Carolina shortly thereafter.
Yeah, very, very true. You know, that year, I mean, that year was very, very unique. And the thing about Rockcast is that he had a rocket arm. I mean, he could throw the ball through a wall. And Brett Clay, very smart mind. And, you know, Patrick Pinkney, I remember him vividly in high school, you know, playing at Pine Forest. You know, he could play. He was just undersized, right? But when he got his opportunity, he took care of his business, and that's just what it was. But like you said, Dwayne Harris, he did a very good job as well. What people don't know is that he was a option quarterback. So for him to be able to spin the skin, you know, we wasn't surprised as much because, you know, Junior Smith recruited him out of Georgia. So we wasn't surprised as much. But, you know, with a talent like Dwayne Harris, man, the goal was to get him out get him out into space as much as possible, direct snap, Swiss Army knife, which is what everyone knows him as to be. But yeah, that season was a special season. You know, we took our it was very turbulent in the beginning of the year, but midway towards the end of the season, we was able to figure stuff out, and the offense started clicking, and the defense improved. And the cherry on top was when we went to Hawaii, and at the time, that was the longest trip by any NCAA team from Greenville, North Carolina to you know, Hawaii, Honolulu, right? And you know, we took care of business, and it's always more enjoyable when you win as opposed to losing. And you know, to win that game on national TV, beat a nationally ranked team. 99.9% of the country doubted us, didn't expect us to win. Yeah. And CJ had a performance he had, man. And the rest was history.
Yeah, Hud was talking about that 99% thing yesterday, and
real.
He said y'all took that to heart, and he also said that, like, and again he tells some tall tales, but like he remembers the events y'all went to and stuff, and he said he noticed the Boise players looking at y'all boys, looking at the D line, looking at the guys you had, and saying, we might be in for a fight here. And but that was a hell of a game, a hell of a win. Brandon, let's catch up on what you're doing these days. You've been coaching football, teaching, and leading young men for a long time now. And tell us where you are this year and what you'll be doing.
Yeah, I always appreciate that question. But I still live in Raleigh, but this season I'll be coaching at Clayton High School. For those who pay attention to high school football, you know, Clayton High School was in the state championship last year. You know, lost to a very good Grimsley team. But that's the team that I'll be a part of this year. You know, my ultimate goal is to help the program in any way, shape, or form. You know, our head football coach, you know, he's a darn good head football coach. He's been a head football coach for I want to say 26 or 27 plus years. Also coached on the college level as well. And you know, I'm very excited to be working with Coach Chadwick and the whole staff. Very talented young men as well. And right now we're on our dead week, so I'm able to recharge my battery and take care of some business and all that good stuff. But outside of that, I'm teaching as well. I teach economics and personal finance, so in business, and you know, been teaching for quite some time. You know, coach track and field. I also train athletes around the area, and I also have a podcast show as well. So I'm pretty busy, and you know, but I keep my calendar organized, and that makes life a lot easier on my side. So I just try to stay busy whenever I can, and whenever our season starts, we'll get this thing rolling.
That's awesome, Brandon, and I know you certainly keep up with what's going on in Pirate Land as well. And you know, it gets tougher and tougher every offseason to kind of project how every team is going to be. So all we're going on right now is we got a good head coach in place in Blake Harrell, and we just hope the quarterbacks he brought in and the other pieces he's trying to fill in through the portal and recruiting is going to work out. But again, right now we're excited and optimistic about Pirate football, and most of that is because what Blake Harrell has done so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Pirate football, as we all know, you know, the guys are going to play hard. And, you know, what I appreciate most about, you know, Coach Harrell and his staff is that they double down on the expectations and the fundamentals, you know. I had a chance to watch them a little bit this past spring, and I was very impressed with how fundamentally sound they were, you know, from the offensive line, taking the correct steps, and the defensive line, you know, correct hat placement, the wide receivers making the routine catches, and the strength of the running game, that returns, the interior lines look good as well. Defensive back play is solid. But like you said, you know, once we figure out the quarterback, whoever that is, they're going to have an opportunity to run the show and do their thing. But I'm excited about this upcoming season. I know we open up on the road, against the SEC power, but at the end of the day, it's a gauge to see where we are as a program. And, I can't wait to get back to Powerball.
Brandon, always enjoy having you on, man. We'll do it again later on this fall during football season. And obviously we're praying forward, thinking about Chris and his family, but also thinking of you guys who are his brothers. I talked to my old buddy Philip Henry, and then we'll get Philip in studio this football season and talk to him then. But I know you guys are kind of going through it too, man. So, keep your head up and do all you can for Chris and his family. And like I said, Brandon, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you down the road, bud.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the invitation, and to Pirate Nation, again, we'll get through this thing together. Keep Chris encouraged, keep us encouraged, and let's keep attacking this thing the right way. So thank you for having me.
All right, Brandon, there he is, Brandon Simmons, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live on the Turner Home Team Live Line. We got another Senegal goal, 2-0 over Belgium. Bit of a surprise, but Senegal in charge right now, 55th, 56th minute of this one. All right, when we return, we'll go back out live on the Turner Home Team Live Line and see if we can connect with Darius Bell, former Pirate, drafted in the CFL draft. We'll talk some current ECU football and talk about his 2 years at East Carolina and a little CFL as well. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday after this.
Vacation should be about relaxing, not wondering about what's happening back home.
With SCI Technologies, you don't have to. Your property is protected from every angle. Cameras watching, fire protection. The alerts are there before a small problem becomes a big one.
And if something does happen, you know instantly. A motion alert, a quick glance at your phone, and you're back to relaxing.
Because real security doesn't just protect your property, it protects your peace of mind. So go ahead, unplug, unwind, and enjoy the trip.
We've got the rest.
SCI Technologies, protecting what matters no matter where you are.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the Pirates fly.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see, for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality, that's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Warm up with savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
Cuccinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cuccinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cuccinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at Cuccinellas.com. Go Pirates!
This is Coach Blake Carroll for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Play It Again Sports, buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Braun.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Shirley, you've been monitoring baseball scores by chance?
If you're asking about the Cubs,
oh
yes.
My God, I just saw this.
What was the final score? Because the last time I saw it, it was 23 to something.
Cubs beat the Padres 23-3.
They just got to always one-up the White Sox, huh?
How many did the Sox score?
22.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Literally one-upped them. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Also, Senegal with a 2-0 lead over Belgium in the 61st minute. In World Cup action, USA playing tonight at 8 o'clock on our World Cup update, brought to you by Greenville United FC. All right, let's head out to the Turner Home Team live line. Joining us, we've interviewed him, and you've heard his voice before here on Pirate Radio, but first time I believe we're having him on as he joins us today via phone. Darius Bell, former Pirate offensive lineman, center, joining us. Darius, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. We're kind of sweating through the summer here, getting ready for football here in the States. But of course, CFL going on. So you were drafted in the CFL draft by the Rough Riders. Kind of tell us what you're up to, your status right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I was drafted back in April by the Rough Riders, and started camp a couple of weeks after that. Went through camp, and now we're going into, I think this is game 4 of the season this weekend.
And I know, again, you're very recently out of East Carolina, but a lot of Pirates up there that hopefully you can connect with. But we talk to Justin Hardy just about every week, the old veteran, the ECU Hall of Famer, still getting it done after all these years with the Red Blacks. Tyler Snead has scored a touchdown in every game this season for Montreal, and Deshaun Amos, great cornerback. Stanley Bryant, it might be one of the best offensive linemen in CFL history. So, again, I don't know if you're able to connect with any of these guys, being that you're younger than them, but it's pretty cool to have all those Pirates up there in the CFL.
Absolutely, yeah. Pirates are showing up for sure in the CFL. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Darius, I want to get to know you a little bit because you got an interesting story, at least looking at your bio. So, you're born in Canada, but I see you played high school football in Canada and Florida. You go up northeast to Maine and then come here to ECU. So you've been up and down the East Coast, but can you tell us about your upbringing when you started playing football and how you eventually ended up at ECU?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always been a sports guy, football guy. Grew up in a football house. I played all different sports when I was a kid: basketball, soccer, football, everything. I started playing football, I want to say when I was about 10 or 11. Played all the way up through high school in Canada. Did my first few years in Canada playing out of high school in Hamilton, where I grew up. And then my senior year, and I always had a dream of playing, in the U.S. NCAA football. And going into my senior year, that was 2020, the COVID year. So it was kind of uncertain whether we'd have a season up in Canada or not. And as things started going, it was getting pretty sure that we wouldn't. So I started to reach out to some places down in the U.S., particularly some that had some Canadians go there before. I kind of put a tape together. And then one coach, his name's Jesse Chinchar, he reached out to me at Clearwater Academy International in Clearwater, Florida, just outside of Tampa. And with us not having a season up in Canada, it was a pretty quick decision. Decided to go play there for my senior year. There were a bunch of other Canadians that were there at the time, so that was huge. But yeah, played my senior year there. Had a great time down in Florida. But again, being though it was the COVID year, it was rough in terms of recruiting. So not much really went on for me that year. So I kind of went through the off season not really knowing, what would happen. I didn't have another year of high school to get more tape out. It was really just a waiting game. And I ended up actually committing to a JUCO in Kansas called Coffeyville Community College. And was, getting ready to report, take that route, to try and keep the Division I dream alive. And then around the last weekend of May, the University of Maine hit me up. They sent me an offer, and I pretty much committed on the spot. Then I went to the University of Maine, redshirted my first year, and then played 2 years there. And then after my second year, I thought I had a decent year. And that's when the transfer portal started to ramp up quite a bit. And, I kind of wanted to hop on the trend at the time just to see, where I could go. And ECU was the first school to reach out and offer me my first day in the portal. Went on my visit, I think maybe the following weekend, and loved it and committed, shortly thereafter, and then came in and did my 2 years at ECU, and now we're here.
That's a heck of a journey, and appreciate the detail in all of that too, Darius. I'm just curious. You mentioned basketball, soccer, and you're listed on your final bio your last year at ECU 6'5", 300. Were you always a big dude, or did you did you have to pack on the pounds via working out and eating to get up to 300?
No, I was definitely always a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Sure. Biggest, tallest in all my classes growing up. Playing soccer was a bit weird because I was bigger than everybody. I was a goalie, so
okay, yeah,
kind of worked out. Yeah.
That makes sense. And how about center? Did you play Did you play everywhere on the O line, or have you always played center since you've been playing football?
Yeah. So I started out my career like a lot of O linemen. I was playing running back and receiver and all over the defense, that type of thing. And then as I kept getting bigger and bigger, I started moving closer and closer to the O line, playing tight end and D line, and then going through high school, I transitioned mostly to O line, playing tackle throughout high school, and then a little bit of guard. And then once I got to college, I was playing kind of all over the place. I started out at right guard my first year, then bumped up to left tackle my second year. Then when I came to ECU, I was playing left guard, and I was pretty confident there. And we had an injury going into spring ball of my senior year, and they kind of just asked if I'd be willing to try out center, and I gave it a shot and loved it, and went from there.
Awesome. Yeah, good stuff. And seemed to have a good rapport with Caden Hauser. That was the thing with Holton Ahlers, one of our most successful quarterbacks of all time. I think he had like a different center every year other than the last couple he played. And you got to have that connection, right? And I guess you and Caden were able to do that at a pretty rapid pace.
Yeah, no doubt. We both transferred in at the same time, and we were actually on our official visits together. So we kind of knew each other going into our time there. So yeah, that meshed pretty smoothly.
Darius, you were a guy that went from, FCS to FBS, so you entered that portal. And I've asked the guys this, and I'll say it personally, that if a guy transfers, that's his business, and I'm not going to disparage anybody. I'm going to wish them luck. Everybody's got to take care of themselves, and people talk about loyalty. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be loyal to your family and your loved ones, and if you can help out your situation or their situation, go for it. But I like to ask you guys, when you have players, enter the portal before the bowl game, I mean, is there any kind of hard feelings? Or are you just saying, hey, he's my brother, hope the best for him? How do you kind of feel about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, always it's you want to see the team be in the best position possible to win. But at the end of the day, 100% agree. It's what's best for you, what's best for your family. A lot of people don't see inside, the football world too closely, but there's a lot more that goes on than people think. And everyone's got their own life outside of football that, nobody even knows about. So I never have hard feelings when a guy decides to venture elsewhere. I trust that they're making the decision that is best for them and their family, which is ultimately most important.
Darius, I sit up here and talk about how I don't care about bowl games and then they don't matter. And then, we talk to Rajay Harris every week, and every time we do, I'm reminded of his run and how special that was. And man, that meant something to him and you and the teammates. So how about that, capping off the last 2 seasons with those military bowl wins over ACC teams? For a guy like me that said bowls don't matter, that mattered quite a bit to you, I'm sure, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I grew up watching, I couldn't wait for around Christmas time to watch all the bowl games, to play in one, and never mind win 2 back-to-back. That was huge. That was something I dreamed of for a long time. It was awesome.
Darius, what's your relationship? What was your relationship like with Coach Harrell? He just, what I love about him, just seems like a genuine guy, and we'll talk about anything, and just pretty kind of what you see is what you get. At least that's the feeling I get. How about with you, Darius, and what kind of man and coach was Coach Harrell?
Absolutely, he's great, man. Going into ECU, I never really had a chance to get to know him. He was the defensive coordinator when I got there, going out all through the off season into that 2024 year. But he made it like an instant impact as soon as, he took over that position as the head coach. And he's really truly a player's coach. He's not one of those guys that's just football, everything. You can go and talk to him, about anything. And he's, like you said, a stand-up guy. There's no hidden feelings about anything. He's just straight up and overall great man.
You may have mentioned this. Who are the coaches that you talked to the most during your kind of mini recruitment through the portal?
Yeah, when I was in the portal, really it was almost entirely my O-line coach during my time there, Matt Maddox.
Yeah,
that was during the kind of offense coaching change. So when I was in the portal, really we didn't even have, I don't think, all the coaches hired. But he was the one that I talked to. He's the one who offered me straight away when I was in the portal.
Yeah, well, credit to ECU for identifying talent and finding Darius Bell and get him here. How about your brief? Every time I talk to you guys that transfer in, Darius, I wish we could have got more years with you. But how about your 2 years here in Greenville? How did you like the area and going to school here?
Yeah, there's really nothing like Greenville, North Carolina when it comes to Pirate football, that's for sure. Coming from a small FCS school up in the middle of nowhere, Maine, a town that really didn't care much at all for the football team. It was almost like a culture shock having, so much care in the community for the team. And it's genuinely one-of-a-kind environment for football.
Darius, there has been a basketball boom, Canadians in the NBA and college basketball, and I don't know if that it has to have something to do with the Raptors and I guess old Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, but just tons and tons of stars in the NBA now from Canada. How about Hurricanes winning a Stanley Cup? This is a typical American to a Canadian question, but any hockey background for you? You a fan at all?
A lot of Americans ask me. I've never played hockey before. It's crazy, I know. a bit of a disgrace to Canadians. I've never played hockey before.
Just something you never cared about? Did you watch it or anything, or just not your thing?
I really don't. I will say going to a hockey game is a pretty electric atmosphere, but I've never been one. I've never really been a hockey fan.
Good deal. Darius Bell joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Darius, what's kind of your favorite moment? We'll take out the bowl games, but any other moments, plays, things that stick out to you from your time at ECU? Anything that comes to mind?
Absolutely. I mean, you ask pretty much anyone on that 2025 team that big time win over Memphis. That was no doubt 100%. That's one of the moments of my college career. That was huge.
Definitely. Just I don't know if I've been in a place where like the energy shifted like that. I mean, did y'all you had to see, and did you recognize like the shirts off and everything that was kind of going on around the stands?
Yeah, usually you try to tone out all the stadium stuff, but it was hard to ignore. The fans really came through in that one. It was a huge moment for the whole team, and the fans really made it that.
Darius, we have Rich Shea on the show every year. We just talked to him this week. He is the president of Major League Eating, and he'll be on the broadcast for the Coney Island Nathan's Hot Dog Contest, one of the crazy things we do here in America every July 4th. But on that note, if you were in an eating contest, what food would you have a chance to win in a contest if you had to eat a lot of it in a short amount of time? What food would you pick?
Man, honestly, there's not much, I feel like I could be outdone in. I'm over 300 pounds for a reason.
Maybe a buffet. Just go buffet style.
Oh, buffet, that would do it right there. Just a general volume, I'm going with the best of the best for sure.
All right. Whatever you got, put it in front of him. He'll knock it out. Darius, really enjoyed the chat, man. Appreciate it. And let's do it again down the road. We'll maybe get you on this fall and talk some Pirate football and then talk about how your season went. But appreciate it. Best of luck to you, Darius. And let's do it again, man.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, there is Darius Bell. Fun to chat with Darius on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live, joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line. Looking for their first goal, and not going to get it there, is Belgium. They are down 2-0 right now to Senegal, 77th minute in World Cup action. Take a time out, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Back with you after this.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care. From quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too, our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
Dang Burrito on Red Banks Road is rolling the good, combining bold global flavors with chef-driven techniques to create flavor bombs you won't find anywhere else. From their classic jerk chicken to their legendary pork belly, they're serving up fresh tacos, bowls, and burritos that defy the ordinary. Order ahead at order.dankburrito.com or download the Dank Burrito app. Join Dank Burrito Rewards today to start stacking points and earning free food with every bite. Check them out at 108 Red Banks or drop into their flagship Dank Burrito in Morehead City while you're cruising the Crystal Coast. Dank Burrito, stay hungry, stay dank.
Play it again, sports.
Buy, sell, trade.
Great deals never felt so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I saved a bunch of cash.
Buy, sell, trade.
Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse. Bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at EncinoRestaurant.com.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is Kean Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your car making strange noises, or is that check engine light not going away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, they take the stress out of car care and deliver high-quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure, just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service across from the Speedway on Charles Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Not a lot of on this day stuff on the for Ron Ayers Motorsports, but at least on the website I look at. But I did see this on social media, and dang it, this was yesterday. On this day yesterday, Jarrett, there was a trade between the Magic and the Rockets. Do you think you can name two players involved in this trade?
Tracy McGrady.
Boom. There's one. You're going to struggle with the other ones, but there's a point guard that ended up being a coach in the NBA. There's a great player from Maryland involved. One of my favorite players, because he had an awesome name, that went to Rhode Island, a lefty. Katino Mobley was in this trade.
Who's the coach?
Ty Lue.
Oh, Ty Lue. Nice.
And the brother of a former Pirate basketball player, Reese Gaines. Reese Gaines went to Louisville. His brother Corvon played here. And I was a Corvon fan, but hate to say it, kind of a typical ECU guard, one of the worst shooting guards I can remember, but was a great defensive point guard, and hit a big three late in the game against somebody, and I was very happy for him because he was not a good shooter.
Today is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He got his check.
Yep, $1.193 million, and he still has 9 years to go before that contract is up.
And not even close to the funniest thing that's happened to the Mets in the past week.
No, look at him right now.
Usually
9-0.
I mean,
bums.
Usually this is like, hey, let's laugh at the Mets. We've been laughing at the Mets, for years, obviously. But, man, it's been a rough week or two for
They were going to hire George Costanza as the head of scouting. That's how bummed that organization is.
And previously, he was the assistant to the traveling secretary for the Yankees.
He wasn't even booking the flights.
I don't remember this. What? Why didn't it go through?
Because Mr. Wilhelm took the blame for all of George's antics, and he did that so he could become the head of the scouting department.
Did George ever go downtown for that big assignment that Mr. Wilhelm gave him?
No.
That was one of my favorite things.
You got to go to payroll.
I love the George stuff where he does that, where he has no clue what he's doing, and he just won't ask, hey, can you repeat the assignment? I love that. I love when he is in the car with what's her name's parents, and they're going to the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I mean, just George.
Was he working for the Yankees when he discovered he could just take a nap underneath his desk?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Jerry called in the bomb threat because he wanted fitted hat day.
George also made the move to cotton uniforms or polyester.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it rained and messed up all the, they couldn't play out there.
Bodysuit man.
We got a goal.
Nice.
A Belgium goal. The player went to pick up the ball so they could quickly move it to midfield, but the goalie quickly picked up the ball. So a little gamesmanship there. Belgium on the board. Lukaku with the goal. I've heard of him. 2-1 Senegal over Belgium with 5 minutes plus the added time. So I'm going to say about 10 minutes left to go in this match. Been a lot of late goals in games. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this World Cup. I know you're not into it, J-Bone. That's fine.
Who has the time to watch all these games?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting here. Yeah. I mean, I'm on the clock. What are you doing? You're watching Week 12 NFL games.
Yeah, it was on. I didn't put it on.
It was on. Might as well watch it.
I've been just like sitting in the shop watching movies on mute, whatever Paramount Network's playing. Watched Old School on mute the other night.
And what are you doing other than that?
Playing music, throwing darts, drinking.
Gotcha. How's your dart game?
Pretty good. I threw for the other night. One of the first times since my injuries. First shot, triple 20. I was like, all right, I might still have something.
Nice. Major League Baseball. Wednesday day action, as J-Bone just said. Mets getting destroyed 9-0 to the Blue Jays. O's beat the White Sox 6-1. That final score. Cleveland over Mackenzie Gore and the Rangers 9-4. Is that final? The Tigers win 6-2 in 11 innings today. Nats all over the Red Sox 10-2, but nowhere close to what the Cubs did to the poor Padres. 23 runs for the Cubs today. 23-3. Let's check that box score. See if anybody had some outrageous. It was kind of spread out. You had a few guys with 3 RBIs. Michael Conforto had 4 ribbies on the day. He had 2 home runs. Dansby. Is this right? Dansby. Oh, there it is. Okay. Dansby, 3 for 5, 8 RBIs, 4 runs scored. He had 3 home runs. 8 ribbies.
How about just cussed
for Dans today?
That's tough.
There's that big number that I was looking for. So yeah, Cubs all over. How many home runs they hit? 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 8 dingers for the Cubbies today. Oh my goodness gracious!
Kicking the ding dings.
We got another one.
Senegal?
Belgium has scored, and we are tied in the 88th minute. Wow. Like I said, a lot of late goals, and we got another classic going on in the World Cup, and the Senegal fans cannot believe they traveled this far to see this happen. Let's take our last break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back with you after these words.
Hello, friends. There are certain places where magic happens in golf. Augusta, St. Andrews, Pinehurst, and the Birdie Bar. Here, every drive feels 30 yards longer. and every friend suddenly becomes a swing coach after 2 or 3 beers. Step inside for world-class golf simulators, great drinks, and the kind of atmosphere that makes even a triple bogey feel memorable. The Birdie Bar in Greenville, where the only bad lie is the one that says, you don't have time for golf.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit carolinacrossroadsamp.com.
UBE and Pireware.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at Pirateware.com. Go Pirates!
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was down 13 points today and closed out at 52,305. The NASDAQ dropped 173 points at 26,040, and the S&P was down 16 points as well at 7,483. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Man, if I'm Senegal, I'm just ready for extra time because Belgium continuing to attack, and they've scored 2 late goals here to tie it 2-2 on our Buck scoreboard. And a World Cup update brought to you by Greenville United FC. We'll be watching some USA tonight at Overtime Tavern while we play sports trivia. Jared had a tough round 3 for the crew. I went over some of these questions with Glenn the other day, but okay, how about this? The second round, you would love it. It was red, white, and blue.
Oh.
Can you name these blue hens that started in a Super Bowl since 2000?
I know one.
So these are
Joe Flacco.
Delaware blue hens.
Joe Flacco. Man.
Not a Raider fan. Rich Gannon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty random one there.
It was also 2 when they played that Super Bowl.
And he was like 42.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll give you some grace on that. Let's find it. Okay, I didn't ask this one to Glenn yesterday. What quarterbacks have had the most passing yards in a season for these teams since 2000? So just one season. Washington, Minnesota, Seattle, Tennessee.
Washington.
So who's Washington?
Jaden Ingram.
It was like 2016, probably 17.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins?
No.
Brett Favre?
This was 05-ish.
05.
Do you know who was there then?
No, Tavares Jackson.
Dante Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper.
The Seahawks.
Russell Wilson?
No.
Okay. Matt Hasselbeck. Sam Darnold?
Nope.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Damn you, Geno.
Nobody got that one. And how about the Titans?
Kerry Collins? Ryan Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill is correct. Yeah, they were pissed at that question. Felt like a setup, especially Geno. Has the most passing yards in a season for the Seahawks.
I hate his guts.
Since 2000. All right, that'll wrap it up for today and the week for our live shows, but we will have best ofs coming your way Thursday and Friday. Hope everybody has a happy 4th of July. We'll be back with you live next Wednesday, 3 o'clock, for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Thank you, J-Bone.
Yep.
And thank you for tuning in as always. We will see you next week. For the crew, I am Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive